Don't touch nothing. We got this. You got to listen to our disclaimer so we don't get sued for a bunch of different things. So here's the first one.
The following program is rated TV MALS. It contains strong language and sexual situations. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Yes, you have to listen to that. But more importantly, you got to listen to my boy, Vincent Zuzzulo from Metropolis Comics. And then we can get started with 3 Men in the Basement tonight with 2 special guests. Here we go.
Hi there. I'm Vincent Zuzzulo from Metropolis Comics. And when I'm watching Men in the Basement, I like to watch 3 Men in the Basement.
That's effing hysterical.
That's so good.
It is Friday night. We are ready to rock and roll. You've got 5 of us in the house. You've got my man, me. I'm running the show. Chinmo, the sexy Canadian, so they say.
It's
special guest, Mike the Beast Benson, special guest host, and all the way from Lunch Money Comics, Mike. So we're gonna go down the line. We got comic talk. So get ready, everybody. So let's start with Chin. Chin, how you doing tonight? You are doing all right tonight? You're running the over and under game tonight. You ready to go for that?
I'm ready to go. You know what's going on, everyone. I got a fun game for us a little bit later. We got 10 fun over and under questions, and someone's gonna win. Actually, two people in the chat tonight.
Can't wait. All right, Mr. Sexy Canadian, how you doing today? How's it going?
Things are great. Just glad we're all together. Like it's been a minute since we've all been available to be live together at the same time. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot of cool stuff to go over from the swap, the over-under. We got Mike and Mike, guest hosts. This is going to be a great night.
Can't wait. So let's start with my man, Mike the Beast Benson, special guest host, somebody who is set up at the 3 Men in the Basement swap, somebody who's been a vendor, a buyer, and just a good guide to the channel. Mike, how are you, my friend?
Great, guys. Thanks to be here tonight. And it's just... it's awesome to be talking comics.
I love it. So what I had to do is, I mean, this guy has got lunch money for days, and he's got great videos, and he showed up to the swap, and I've talked to him a few times. So I wanted to invite somebody for the first time on the channel. Welcome for the first time in the grotto, Lunch Money Comics. Mike, how are you, my man? Thank you very much for joining us.
No, thank you guys so much for inviting me. This is pretty cool. I've done other interviews like this for YouTube, but not live. So hopefully hopefully everyone throws me softballs.
Yeah, no, that's it. Let me tell you, man, there's softballs,
now that you said that, no chance.
Right. Yeah, we are going to get down and dirty tonight. So we've got 90 minutes, hopefully, of great comic book talk. And I just wanted to let you guys know, the future of 3MIB is strong, okay? And I just want you to know that. So when I did this thumbnail, I just wanted you guys to know, we did the swap, and the swap is no easy undertaking, okay? I just want you guys to know that. You know what I mean? And it takes a lot of time because this is a part-time thing for me and Roger. We have me, Roger, Dave in the cave. We have real lives outside of this. And to put something together like this was just amazing. And we have lots of good things that we're going to talk about. And more importantly, the future of 3 Men in the Basement is Terrificon, all right? So just get ready. We did put our deposit down on our table, right?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, tomorrow. So we're going to be.
I sent you an email with the thing.
Yes. We are. More importantly, we are committed to Terrificon. You will find us at Terrificon. So that is the future.
We'll have 2 tables at Terrificon.
Yes, and we can't wait for that. So. Who's going to give shout outs to the swap? I mean, to the chat. Is that you, Raj?
Well, I mean, normally it's me, but I don't know if I got booted, but I'm
no, you did. You did.
Sorry, Chin. You're out. You're out.
Hey, no, it's right, by all means.
First in the chat, John Big Daddy Ross, a sponsor and huge supporter of the swap. We appreciate everything he did. I have an AOK that I'm going to show for him that's absolutely effing amazing. Paulie PC, he was there with the wife with the soaps that I'm also going to be showing. We have Wookie Fodder 80. What's up? Sweet Gems, another huge supporter and sponsor, and someone who showed up the following day to help us clean the goddamn mess up.
Which we have to talk about.
Yeah, we appreciate it. CT Jazz King, first father of comics right there. Appreciate you jumping on. Nicholas Golstra. Michael P. He was a vendor, right?
Yeah, he was setting up.
The Blaze, setting up.
He was selling me and the brothers.
I got a book that I bought from him that I got to show. Second Alarm Comics, what's up? He was also set up at our show. Great to see you there. Appreciate that. Spine Ticks, what is Thanks for joining us. Hope you guys are. I hope you guys are subbed up to them and following them. We have
big
Thomas
show on Spine
Caps.
6
Thanks
tomorrow.
for following. Nelvis Eats, my man from the Bronx. Thanks for joining us. Comic CT, Sean, thanks for being there. Also, big part of our show was
dude,
there.
he set out. Sean was with us all day.
Yeah, he
drinking,
was there,
eating, setting up. I mean, Sean was.
He came in, met me for lunch, and he was with us the rest of the night. It was a good time. He witnessed some experienced some weird shit at the venue, so it was good. We had a lot of fun. Let me see. We have Opa Chili Town was there for sure. He was helping out 360 Comics all the way from Philly. Solid Teleport. Thanks for joining us tonight. TiVo in the house. Lords of the Law. What is happening? Thank you, my friend, for joining us. We appreciate you. JLS Comics. And unless I skip somebody, that's everybody I got in the chat anyways. As usual, guys, pop in the chat, ask us questions. Whatever you want to do. Smart ass comments, we'll put them up there and we'll acknowledge you. So we
got TiVo popping in right here.
Yeah, I already said.
Dart Fluke.
Yeah,
well, you said smart ass comments. So,
Dart Fluke, I did not see. So from Canada, my fellow Canadian, what is going on? I don't know if you're as sexy as I am, but appreciate you joining in. EXSSFDLT. Had a great time at the swap. That's not easy to say. Appreciate you coming out to swap, man. We had a great time, and we appreciate everybody that came out.
Yeah, it was a great time.
So keep the chat popping, and we'll keep interacting.
Otto, you're muted.
I think you're muted.
Starting off good.
God damn it! I'm already muted. My God. Yeah. So
one
of the reasons for this whole show tonight was just to give you guys a recap, because we did a few videos and we just wanted to let you guys know what our thoughts were and how our expectations were met, and just some things that had happened during the show. And there's a lot of things that were just amazing. There's a few things. There's one thing that happened that was very unfortunate. You can't control that. For those of you guys that know, and we're taking care of that on the back end of it. But you can't control the weather, right? You can't control the weather. Like, as much as Otto likes to believe that he has power over everything, I can't control the weather. So we at 3 Men in the Basement gave you over 12 and a half hours of, dealer preview videos. We gave you tons and tons of stuff of why you should come to Newington, Connecticut. And a lot of people showed up. But you know what? I want to think, though, those margaritas were good. That's it. So Richie's mango margaritas were good. But more importantly, I really think the weather kept everybody in the house. Okay. And when people are in the house,
how bad it rained. Like, at first, it was like, it rained a little. Okay, they can't work in the yard. They're going to come to our show. And then a torrential downpours. Like, you couldn't even walk from your car to the venue without getting soaked.
You couldn't get soaked. Exactly. So, that was something that I thought, because kind of like impacted it. And, I was up at 5 a.m. that day. I was up at 5 a.m. I was there by 6 because Streetside Anthony said he would be there by 7.
Thanks for noticing.
Guess what time Streetside Anthony showed up?
11 o'clock the night before.
6:30.
Yeah, really. 6:30 in the morning. He said 7. 6:30 in the morning. I'm like setting up tables, and I'm like, hey, Otto, and I jumped out of my seat. I'm like, my God. So like Streetside's like ready to go. And I get it. And I get it. So, but then the doors opened at 10 o'clock. I was very happy that we did have a line. And then by 10:30, 11 o'clock, I'm like, oh my God, we need more people. And by far, I don't want anybody to be disappointed at any production that Roger and myself and the 3 Men in the Basement do. And Uncle Frank looked at me and he goes, you realize it's only 10:30 in the morning? And I go, yeah. He goes, what time did you get up? I go, 5. He goes, don't worry. By 11:30, you'll be okay. And I go, okay, that's okay, Frank. Thank you very much. Uncle Frank is definitely the voodoo Zen master of this whole channel, right? Like when Otto starts to bug out and he like just gets inside his own head, he's like, okay, take it easy. And then
it's the hair and the shirts. It just calms you right down.
It just calms it right down, man. It just calms it right down, And then come 11:30.
Papa Frank.
Yeah, when it come 11:30, when I looked around and I was like, "Oh my God, this is just amazing." I was was completely thrilled that this was happening, and it showed all the hard work. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with Mike the Beast, and then we're gonna go over to Mike Lunch Money, and then just give us your thoughts and your opinions and stuff like that. So Mike, can somebody highlight Mike like the way we used to do it? Like,
I got this now.
Yes, go ahead, Chin. You know how to do it now. You're in charge.
I gotta run it first though. Let's see now. Hit
it, DJ.
Highlight this guy, man. I got it, rookie.
All right, no, that's me.
You can only go one at a time.
We're doing Beast.
We got
all right, good. All right. So, Mike, this is your second time or third time setting up at the swap?
This was the third time.
The third time, right? Throw up the 3, bro. Throw the 3 up, man. Hit the 3 up, the triple Lindy, the trifecta. And I mean, you've only set up one other time, or you said Providence, right?
Providence once, and then King Khan once too.
Okay, so you're at the 5th time. Twice. Right here. So you had your stuff. You brought your team with you.
Yeah.
So what you were set up? Are you happy with where you were set up?
Absolutely. Like right off the rip, I wanted to thank you guys for the placement with next to Richie and right next to Very Gary. We had Spineworks kind of right around the corner. I couldn't have been any happier with the spot. So off the bat, thank you guys for that.
Yeah.
Nice. Sure. Now, prepping wise, you're a personal collector first. I want everybody to know this. So for you guys who are watching this on a rewind, Mike the Beast Benson is an internet YouTube IG personality, but he's not a comic book vendor, right? Am I saying that, Mike? Right?
Yeah. I don't, when there's shows that come around, I'm not always there, set up. I'm more looking for the PC to add to that shopping. But I love the type of shows that you guys put on, and it's a great opportunity for someone who would like to make a profit for, to try to streamline his collection and really cut down to what I'm really focusing in. The 3-minute basement swaps, my best opportunity to do that.
Okay. So now going into it, were you pulling out books that you were like, do I want to sell this? Should I sell this? Or what was your mentality going into this and saying, I'm going to sell this because I've had it long enough? Like, what was your mentality? What would be your advice to somebody that says, you know what, I've got a lot of books, maybe it's time to sell it? How did you delineate from personal collection to selling collection per se?
So I know the focuses there's kind of a lot, but I finally hit the point where I'm like, I'm just going to focus on my Silver Age, which consists of Superman, Batman, Action Detective, Silver Age, Spidey, and Thor.
Gotcha.
Along with that, I'm also big into horror comics. So keeping most of my horror comics are, the 70s Marvel Bronze books. So adding with those and a few other things along those lines. And then other than that, throughout these years, especially since COVID with YouTube auctions and whatnot, I've been a victim of just, I like that, or kind of, trigger happy. So to be able to have an opportunity to go through all that and see, does this really fit the collection? Does it really fit into those categories? And it kind of made that easy once I kind of just focused on my main niche. Exactly.
Yeah. Once you can narrow it down, it gets a little bit
try,
better.
but it doesn't work out so well.
No.
All right. So, Mike, when you set up, could you give somebody an idea? You had a 6-foot table, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then how many long boxes did you have? Did you set up a little bit of a wall? Just paint a picture of what you had to kind of, sell your product.
So, yeah, no long boxes. I had, I had a short box of a lot of variant covers and modern books. And what I did was I organized everything, and I had help with doing it as well. But I organized things into $1, $5, 10 and 15 and 20. And
interesting. I like that. Good. I love that.
I forgot where I saw it, but I got those, mini, they're a nickel or dime size stickers, and I had a color coded system. So instead of writing the price on all of them, I just put the stickers on them, and then I had the cheat sheet on my table. So
sounds like a brick house thing.
Exactly. That's probably what just being there so many times. So
great way to do it.
Exactly. So that probably took up about two and a half short boxes. And then I went through a lot of, when I got back in the reading comics, it was right when Rebirth took off. So I had a lot of my reader copies from the first Rebirth, when a lot of the Rebirth titles, because I was buying at least 6, if not more. So I put those in a short box too. So that I had probably about 5 short boxes. And then underneath, I had some underneath the table that didn't last that long. I'll get to that. But I had some organized bronze Captain Marvel, Captain America, Hulk, and Avengers underneath the table. Street Side Anthony ended up buying all of that, so they didn't last that long. And I behind me, we got these, and another shot of the Street Side. I saw these when he sets up those black wire racks. So I had 2 of those. So that's where I put my slabs and more of kind of like the between $100 and $30 books, wall books.
Was it hard to get rid of the slabs, Mike? I mean, was it like? I mean, because dude, I have a hard time parting with my toys. Like, I don't like that. Like, and this is important to me because I've got to start moving stuff, and I moved some stuff that night because I thought I was going to get sued. But, but so I just was it hard to part with some of that stuff?
It was, because a lot of that also, a lot of the slabs go back to what got me back in collecting comics. A couple, this is probably going back 5-10 years, but for Christmas, my dad, I never knew about slabs until one of the big Christmas, presents was a slabbed book that, my dad started giving me for Christmas. So some of those, we talked about it. He goes, listen, if you're not attached to it, if it doesn't fit your niche, let it go, and
good move. CT Jazz King's a smart guy. Good parental values right there.
Why he's the first father of comics.
That's right. That's right.
So I want to give a shout out to Doug Bratton. It just popped in the chat, man. Having him and the isolation team at our swap was phenomenal. They were just great. They were gracious. They had so much cool shit. Like I'm gonna have to show it off later. I probably bought something I shouldn't have, but I really wanted it. So, so Doug, appreciate you guys in the isolation team for showing up. Mike, I gotta ask you this. So, this is the first swap or event we've had that the GF showed up with you. What did you have to do or promise to the girlfriend to get her to stand at your booth the entire goddamn day? Because there were times I walked by and you and Pops were nowhere to be found. She was just standing there like a champ, looking over stuff, like more like a bouncer. Her arms like this, going, I'm gonna make sure nobody's gonna steal shit. I don't know what I'm looking at.
For those of you guys that want to rewind, this is a fact of life here.
Yeah,
Listen
so what
closely.
do you gotta do? What did you have to do, or what were the repercussions of forcing the GF to do that for you?
Well, funny enough, the CliffCon that was a week or 2 before that show, the swap. I was talking about it, and I've told her about the community and all the nice people, and how just a fun atmosphere it is. And before that CliffCon, I was saying I was going to this comic show in Plainville. You're more than welcome to join. If not, I totally understand. And if we're probably gonna go get J. Timothy's after. That might have had something to do with that first time.
Yeah,
but she said, "Yeah, I'll think
strong
about
selling
it."
point.
So the night before, she goes, "Is it okay if I go with you?" I'm like,
"That's funny."
Yeah,
your dad's very funny.
Perfect.
First girlfriend of comics.
And that was like probably one of the best things that could have happened, because she got like a small dose of it at the CliffsCon, and she got to meet a lot of you guys there. And then J. Tim's was great as always. And then I told her how the swap will be, and she said, "Yeah, I'm in it for I'm in it for the long haul." And nice. It happened to be our 6-month anniversary that weekend.
Oh, look at this! Look at this!
What a way to
my
spend
God.
it! What a way to spend it!
What a way to spend it! I know what we're gonna do for our anniversary, honey. You're gonna come watch my booth.
We had a very, very nice dinner at Shell and Bones, New Haven.
Nice.
That following the next day on Sunday, when the weather cleared up, we had a nice evening. And but it's a shout out to Emily. She did a really good job. She actually. I wouldn't have had everything stickered and priced if it wasn't for her help that Friday night before.
Was she a comic fan or a pop culture fan before you guys started dating, or is she just by association?
I think it started by association. I know it's still early, but I think she liked the community, so she doesn't keep up with a lot of the Marvel movies going on through. She hears about things and she keeps up to date with everything, but she hasn't seen like any of the Marvel movies yet. But she's
it's gonna be a fun ride when you go through them, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I've been saying. But I think what she really said was that my big takeaway from her was that she loved being with everyone. Everyone was super nice. Her and Gary were talking about Below Deck and sitcom and reality TV, and so we had a great booth mate with Gary. So she was talking with him a lot, and just once again just talking with everyone, and she had a good time. She said I was probably more tired at the end of the show than her.
Nice.
She could have probably got another.
I do have a question, because you know what? So as somebody who puts these shows on, and Roger and I know, like, we want vendors to come back, and I know you come back, and I know you're a very loyal person, 100%, one of our closest friends, somebody that we absolutely believe in. So I want you to know, did you go in there with a dollar amount as far as sales, and did you hit that dollar amount
with sales
wise?
I didn't go in with an amount, but I guess I had a ballpark, and thankfully, I hit it. I didn't have an exact one, but if I can get into that range, I'll be happy. And thankfully, I was able to get into that range.
Did you make any trades being a swap? Did you swap anything out, or was it just cash for cash or something like that?
It was just cash for cash, which was nice. I
love it.
AOKs, we'll get to a little bit later, but and for me, no one offered a trade. Like, people, I underestimate all the time. I used to. People love digging through those long and short boxes. So I think people can get lost in that. So I think people really enjoy it. And if it wasn't for JNS and Street Side, they took a lot of the wall books and some of the organized short box books.
Good. Okay.
Which was great. But yeah, people were just looking forward to. Oh, and I brought some Funko Pops too, and I was able to move some of those, as you can see behind me. They're still overflowing, but I was able to move a couple of those too. Someone from the Isolation team, one of the artists, she was a big Scarlet Witch fan, so I was able to get a good deal out of Scarlet Witch Pop.
Delia or Beth?
I don't remember.
That's all right.
But I was really happy because she said she was a big Scarlet Witch fan, and I was very happy I was able to send those to an ISOM, because there was an action figure and a Funko Pop from the Multiverse of Madness movie. So she was happy with them. It was a great deal, so I was happy to see those go.
Good to know, man. Good to know. So this is what I want you guys to know. Like, when you're catching this on a rewind, like, the swap just isn't about big vendors selling books. It's about local guys putting stuff out there and just moving stuff. And you know what? And then they take that stuff and they buy other things for their collection. So really awesome. Like, so really, really good stuff, man. Thank you. Don't go anywhere, man. You're still hanging with the show. So, all right. Yeah. All right. Nice. So while all that was going on, Roger and I are trying to collect raffle tickets. We're trying to do certain things and making sure that everything's going on. And I think things went smooth like that. It was just a lot of fun. Rod, what were your thoughts on how everything was going at that time? Like 10:30, 11 o'clock. I know we're pacing around. People are watching people, but I saw a lot of people having a lot of good times.
I don't know that at the moment that you're able to take a lot of it in, because you and I are just trying to make sure everything's going smooth, right? I mean, you gotta make sure that the raffles are being sold and your volunteers are happy, and the bars change and all that stuff, and people kept just giving us stuff to give away. So once the raffle table was full, we were giving away prizes every half hour. So we had that. We were doing the giveaways and trivia for the giveaways, so I think it's kind of like a whirlwind, and at some point, like you said, I just kind of stopped and looked around and saw all the people, and I could just see conversations happening and people that are our friends laughing and joking and looking at books. And I'm like, this is why we do it, right? I mean, the end result is you want all your vendors to be happy, right? You want them to make money, and and you want but you also want the people who show up to
Yes.
have a good time and feel like this was an event I want to come back to.
Correct.
And
Correct.
when you stop around 11, 12 o'clock and you look around and you're like, I saw all that happening.
Yes.
Right? The people that were there were digging and they were buying. The vendors were making money. And after they made the sale, they hung out with the dude and joked around. They went and got some food from the truck, came back, had an adult beverage, and we're walking around, and everybody was kind of bullshitting. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, well, I bought a couple books, and I'm about to do one more pass because I had my eye on something.
Yeah, I love it.
You keep people there, and I think at one point, because of all the whirlwind and as much hard work, it's like 3 or 4 days for us ever of just not only mental but physical work of moving the furniture and getting the place ready. I think I took about a half hour around 11:30ish and was just like looking around going, all right, this is everybody looks happy. So
yes,
unless I get like someone comes at me and says bullshit, or something like that.
Yeah, right.
I feel it's successful.
You charge us too much to get in.
We charge us too much. You charge us too much to get in. We don't charge the vendors. We charge $5 to get in. Like this, the money thing isn't a reason, and I think that's part of the reason why people enjoy themselves. Like it didn't cost me anything to be here, so I'm having fun. I made some money. I bought some books, whatever it is, on either side of it, and it just looked like everybody was really enjoying themselves.
Right.
I think that to me, that's when I step back and kind of look at everything. I was like, everybody looks like they're enjoying themselves, including the artists, the isolation team, like. Whether or not they had people there, they were over there, like Mike said. They were Delia was over there buying Funko Pops from him. Like,
yes,
they were just like, everybody's just this is our community and this is what we enjoy.
Absolutely,
really
absolutely,
fun to see.
Yep.
Also, quick, you had 2 comic book promoters or convention promoters at your show, which I was thinking about that today, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. You had Mitch of Terrificon and Greg from KingCon. Which is kind of cool. I was thinking about that today.
Yeah, no, I think that was great
absolutely.
too. So, no, absolutely. So we're gonna highlight Mike from Lunch Money Comics and
highlight this guy, man.
All right, nice. So it was funny. So let's go do that right. Yeah. So it was great to see Mike. So Mike and I first met at I think it was Plainville at Cliff Show. And I've been following him along in his content. I love the videos. It's just really fun to watch him go all over the place. And I just, Mike, as a first-time player or a first-time guy at the 3 Men in the Basement comic book swap, like, can you just give us the elevator pitch about who told you about it other than me? Because I was like, I want you to show up. How did you end up showing up? And, did you enjoy it? And just give us your thoughts. And we're just going to, let us know what you thought about it, man. And don't be afraid. You're not going to hurt our feelings if you said it sucked, Otto.
I know.
Be brutally honest, please.
So I'm going to give myself a shameless plug here. I did a pretty good video on the whole show coming out on my channel on Monday. I'm a little I like to be out a couple weeks. I'm happy to spoil everything that's in that video, but I've got some pretty good footage. Great interview with you, Otto. So anyone looking forward to that. Yeah, anyone who didn't go to the show,
we can probably do it Lunch Money Comics, right?
Right, exactly. That's where it's at.
The link will be in the description when this video posts.
Awesome. So I'm going to spoil the video. I'm going to tell you guys everything I say in that video pretty much. But I first heard about it by someone on this chat. John Big Daddy Ross actually tipped me off to it months ago. He DM'd me on Instagram, and he watches my channel. We talk all the time. He's a really good guy. He said he was going. He was hoping I would show up. I go to lots of shows, guys. On my channel, I like to hunt at flea markets and yard sales. But I like to fill in the gaps, getting some nicer books at these shows. So I go to lots of them. But this one, right from the get-go, as sort of illustrated by John, was different. He pointed it out as it's an event. It's not just, comic vendors. It's, there's food trucks, there's a DJ, there's drinks, people trade books. It's an atmosphere that's fantastic. So that got me excited because it kind of set things apart from what I'm used to. So, he tipped me off to it, and I was hoping to go. And then, Otto, I just happened to bump into you at CliffCon. And I recognized you, and I had no idea if you'd ever even seen my channel or anything. So I introduced myself kind of like an idiot. I was like,
no, it's perfect.
Yeah, I didn't want to make sure is okay if I mention it on the channel because it happened to be that video coming out. I want to say
I just dropped your link. I just dropped your link in the chat, guys. So make sure you click on there and subscribe to this dude.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I wanted to make sure I could promote the show because I heard such good things about it, but I didn't know if it was the way the picture was painted for me, it seemed almost like it was exclusive. Like, you know, are these all friends? Like, but yeah, exactly. But I will say this. So when I went, in some ways, it felt like one of those shows. Like, am I invited to this? Should I be here? Like, everyone's so chummy, but it was for everybody. And I'm not saying it felt exclusive. It's saying that it felt accessibly exclusive. And Otto, you heard me say it in that little interview I did with you. I'll say it in my video. I'll reiterate it right now. It felt more like an event. It felt more like a get together than a comic book show. You know, it just happened to be a bunch of guys who like comic books, who are hanging out, who are drinking together, who are trading books, and oh, by the way, you can also buy comic books here. You know, like that's honestly what it felt like to me, and it felt so cool. And like I bumped into so many other like collaborators, like people on Instagram or YouTube. Hey, I know you, you know. And again, at no point in time did it ever feel like that awkwardness, like this. You're around strangers. No, I've been saying this since day one, since my channel started. The comic book people are amazing. Everyone I met has been fantastic. I have friends for life, and I've never felt more a part of it, more included than I did at this show. It was fantastic. It was an experience more than anything else.
We appreciate that, and that's what when we first started this at Dakota's, and there was, you know, what was there, 25 of us? It was 20 or 30 of us, and Very Gary was there, Ex-Illusionary was there right off the rip. Like, it's why we started. It's why we called it a swap, right? You get together, trade some books, buy some books, and we've kind of kept that feel, even though we've gotten bigger. And to hear that someone who's never been there like you, who's part of this community, felt that way, really, really means a lot to us.
And I think, like, you know, again, I go to lots of shows. I like the smaller shows in general because of the camaraderie, you know, the people you see. But again, I've never seen this many people like this happy. I could have been the drink, the alcohol, but I don't know. It was a really fun time. I was just very impressed by it. Also, can we talk about the venue for a second? I mean, it's in a barbershop tattoo place. The layout of this place, just with the sight lines, the fact that you had people elevated at angles, it just looked so cool.
Thank you very much for saying that.
Yeah.
You say that.
No, but you don't mean like you go to comic shows all the time and it's like, okay, we're going down this aisle now. Now we're going down this one. Here's another wall of comic books you can't see past, you know. That's not the case. Like, you can look around and it's perfectly amenable for when you're hanging out with people. Be like, hey, like you can see someone across the way, you know, like, and then it's just great sight lines. I don't know. It was bright. A lot of despite how rainy it was, a lot of, you know, daylight in there. Just a great building. Just really great, honestly. And I say this in my video. I want to go back every year, guys. This is like, I really do. I want to stay longer. I had to leave early, so I wasn't having any drinks or anything like that. I didn't have a chance to have pizza or anything later, but I would love to stay a little bit longer next time if I can.
Yeah. And one of the things, like the first year we did it at this venue, we kind of put tables in. We really didn't know how many people we could fit. So the following year, everyone and I went back about 30 or 40 times and took measurements. And I took a program that I use at work, and I created a 2-scale drawing.
Yes, I just went back because Roger said, "Come back with me," and I said, "Okay."
I'm taking measurements because I need to know how many 6-foot tables I can fit in the space, so we know how many. We don't maximize the amount of vendors without stuffing everybody in, right? And so we went back about 30 times. So I now have a drawing, like a blueprint of the space that's 2-scale, so I know where I can move tables and not have people on top of each other. So I think this year was probably the best year as far as room, where everybody was positioned, to make sure nobody was on top of each other. But at the same time, like you said, you could look across the room and see somebody. You're like, hey, I know that guy.
Right. Even just looking at comic books, like, you guys know, like, it gets crowded. And, like, you know, Otto, you said like there were 350 people in the building, I think, when I talked to you. You wouldn't know it. I mean, yeah, it seemed crowded, but it didn't seem crowded. You know what I mean? Sometimes they're like fighting to get in there. It's like you're elbowing people trying to look. That never happened because you had enough space behind you because of the angle of the tables. Just really well done, guys. I really like that venue.
Thank you, Benny. Just to give you an idea, we had just under 200 paying guests, and that is 200 guests plus we figured about another 150 people in vendors. So we had about 350 people, which is kind of about what we had last year. But
it doesn't feel like it at all, though.
It didn't, though. I'm telling you, it really.
Except the parking lot. The parking lot felt like
parking lot. Rough, but like anytime, like you looked around, you would, because of the way it's laid out, like you said, like it felt like there was 50 people there.
Yeah.
Because you weren't bumping into people. Nobody was on top of each other looking for stuff. It was
nice.
It is a great
Now,
venue.
Mike, did you partake in the raffle table at all? Unfortunately, I didn't know if you won or anything, but can you just, for people who are unfamiliar with what the swap is like, when you go to a typical con, when we had our raffle table, what were your thoughts on that? I mean, were we like ridiculous for doing this? Or do you think it was pretty neat? Did you see anything? Talk about that for a second, if you don't mind.
You asking me?
Yes, please. Yeah.
So it was pretty cool. It's one of those sets, like, there's different lots of comic books with a paper bag on top of them, so you can put your tickets in each one. Normally, when I see like raffles, like usually the MC, whoever it is, calls it out, and you win a specific thing or like a gift card. But the first thing you see when you walk in was, honestly, the first thing I did was like, oh, okay, I'll have to come back to that later. I didn't really look at them because I was curious and like getting some B footage and picking some comic books. I didn't really look at those until the way out. There was some really great comic books in those piles. Like I was on the way out, I was like, oh, I wish I stopped by a little earlier and filmed some of this. Yeah, pretty impressive actually. So that was cool. I really like that aspect. Again, I wish I could stay longer and participate in that, but yeah, pretty cool.
No, so one of the things about the swap, though, for you guys that are watching this on a rewind, because of the situation that we have with my buddy and the facility, we don't charge the vendors for much. So what they can do is, per 6-foot table, they donate a book up to $100 at full retail value. But these guys get really creative. I mean, we had original art. We had
and I think one of those, when we did the dealer previews, someone actually asked the question, does it have to be a comic book? We're like, no. We want some variety of stuff. We had original pencil art. I won an original from the House of M. Pencil art for the Blues.
Go screw yourself about that too, because that's where my $20 went.
There was an original pencil sheet of SpongeBob and Patrick from a comic book. There was
the unique stuff's the best part about it.
Yeah,
I mean, you get your
the Ghost Rider
slabs,
art. It was like painted like picture of Ghost Rider that somebody did that they autographed. Like that's the coolest thing about the raffle. There was so many cool things there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, Mike, really appreciate you taking a road trip down, man. I know you travel a lot. I know it was out of your way, but thanks for coming, man. And I can't wait to see your video that's going to be dropping this week. So thank you very much for your opinion. Don't go anywhere. You're going to stay with us for the rest of the show. We got lots of stuff to talk about. So awesome, man. Just really, really cool. So nice. All right. So we're going to move some people around a little bit, and then we're going to start with Chin and kind of go backwards. We'll go Chin, Roger, and myself. So Chin was set up. You had some stuff. You were going.
Highlight this guy, man.
See, I never start talking because I know Roger's going to cut someone off with that every time. I just wait for it. Every time I know it's coming.
All right.
Can't wait.
So, Chin, working the table, hanging out at 3MIB. What was happening for you, man? Like, give us an idea. Like, what was happening?
It was an all right time. It was okay. No, it was a blast. Are you kidding me? I had a blast. And actually, I think I was talking to the Beast about this a little bit, and Dave, the brother who I was set up with, it like went by so quick that I was like, I feel like I've just been talking to people all day. I didn't even shop really because I was at the booth. I was, I had stuff to sell. I was with Dave, the brother, and then we were running all the 3MIB t-shirts and books and everything like that. And it was just so much fun. I don't think I walked around, but very little to because I was just there all day. And I had an absolute blast. I stayed within like a 20-foot radius all day, and I couldn't have had more fun.
Doug Bratton was excited because he met Chinmo in person.
I met Doug in the parking lot. I was like, oh, Doug, hey. And then as soon as it was over, I was like, man, I only got to say hi to Doug. I didn't get to like talk to him. So Doug, we got to hang out again.
You did. Smartest guy in comics. You need to talk to him.
I know. But yeah, it was I got to meet Doug. I got to meet Mike. I got to meet a bunch of people. That was always, that's always the best part. You have comics and collecting and everything's great, but the people are the best part. So it was fun. And I went down very similar to the Beast. I will sell stuff, but I'm not a dealer by any means. So like I took a lot of stuff from my PC or stuff that I've had that I'm like, I don't need this, and sold a bunch of stuff. and it was good. I had a couple. Actually didn't make a trade. Actually, I lied. I made a trade after, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But yeah, Otto's laughing because he knows what I traded for.
Yeah, right, exactly. Debt, my debt.
Yeah. But this is my 3rd year coming down and like hanging out, setting up and stuff, and it was, I will be there every year. Even if you tell me like, hey, we're going to do this every month, I'll be like, all right, well, I'm booking that Saturday every month.
Yeah, you're going to guarantee that's not going to happen.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. We have full-time jobs.
Yeah. But no, I get it, man. I get it.
Yep. I went around and
we appreciate that, man.
It's just so much fun, hanging out at the booth. Actually, it was funny too because it was, Roger and Otto, you guys are out, walking around, mingling, taking care of everything, helping the vendors. Thank you, Second Alarm. Yeah, Second Alarm. Buy some stuff. I try to price my stuff reasonably, so it was me and Dave at the booth, and at one point I looked over and I saw Dave's the brother's wife and his daughter coming. I was like, "Hey, Dave, your family's here," and then Dave just disappeared. And I was like, "Oh, all right." But no, it was.
So
great.
you're running Dave's table, your table, the 3 Men in the Basement table. Like you're just running everything.
It was.
You
fun.
deserve a raise, dude. Roger. Can we put in for a raise for him?
Yeah, just double what he got paid last time.
Yes, what's half of nothing, right? Like, my God,
half of nothing's nothing.
Come on, you're gonna put me in another tax bracket there.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I did end up making a couple purchases at the very end because it's funny too. Because when you're there all day, everybody's moving around, everybody's talking and stuff, and then at the end of the day, when the raffle starts, everybody kind of stops.
Yes,
it's not like everybody everybody's still talking and hanging out, but everybody's like, because there was 50 raffle items.
Yes.
And everybody's like, okay, here, I'm
Let's
waiting
go.
for this item. They got their tickets ready. They're waiting for the number.
There was 65.
65. Absolutely crazy.
Wait a minute. Gary bought everyone Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, not everybody.
Not everyone.
I
helped run his booth when he would leave. I was very Beastly Comics or Mike the Beast
very Beastly Comics.
And there was no Chick-fil-A in the Beast. However,
we got to get you retro paid, Mike.
I didn't get that memo at all. But yes, I will. I will see you there tomorrow, Sean. I'll be there.
Hampton High School?
Yep, it's gonna be a little show up in Hampton, New Hampshire. But I did make actually at one point I went over at the end, towards the end, to Gary's booth because I saw a book there all day because I was kind of across from him, and he wasn't there, and it was Murph and Benny Beans. I was like, "What? He left you guys in charge? What an idiot!" No.
Yeah, sure.
But no, I bought a pretty big book from Gary, and I bought a few other. I did some nice trading too, which was cool.
Nice, good. No, more importantly, to show everybody. So when you watch this on a rewind, please listen to what we're saying. When you go to these shows, and I've said this from day one, bring your books as equity. Your books have equity, right? Dealers have books that they might have been sitting on for too long, and they want to replenish their stock. Don't be afraid to offer trades. Right?
Don't be afraid. 3 people come up to me and be like, "Hey, are you interested in this?" And without even like seeing what it was, I was like, I'll take a look at it no matter what. I mean, worst comes to worst. It's like, hey, this is cool. It's not for me, but like I had one guy come up, he had, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 slabs. He's like, "You interested?" I was like, I mean, Otto, you guys know I'm not a big slab guy.
Right.
So I was like, I mean, I'll take a look, and it's like, never hurts to ask.
Awesome. No, I agree with you. Definitely good to hear your point of view. Good to hear Mike the Beast Spence's point of view, and especially Mike from Lunch Money Comics. And now you're going to hear a little bit of Roger's point of view, my point of view, and just what it takes to get this going. Because at 10 o'clock, we're going to do our little game of over and under. We're going to play a lot of fun. We're going to play for 4 people in the chat. We got some cool stuff to give away. So don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere right now. Give us 8 to 10 minutes, and we're going to talk about what Roger's opinions were and what it takes for him to get this thing going. So somebody highlight Roger.
Highlight this guy, man.
I got you.
I love cutting off Everett because he has no idea it's coming.
You cut yourself off.
As many times as it happens, he never sees it coming.
Never.
All right, so like Everett, like we talked about, Everett and I put a lot of effort into this. It's not something we do to make money. It's something that we do because part of our channel and part of the thing that makes 3 Men in a Basement what it is we enjoy getting the community together, right? That's what we do. We do the crawls. We do the swap. We Terrificon, like our table is like home base, right? Like when you come by at any point during Terrificon, there's like 30 people hanging out. That's where everybody comes.
Not Otto though.
Well, yeah, everybody except Everett.
That's very disrespectful.
And it's what we enjoy. So when we can have an event, no matter how much work we put into it, and see that everybody's enjoying themselves. When vendors come up to you and say, I killed it. I made a bunch of money. Thank you for having me. That's all it takes. That makes me want to do it again. I can't speak for Everett, but I think we feel the same way, that our goal is to be always be the people that bring the community together. Like I said, whether it's a swap or trying to organize things at Terrificon or our crawls that we do 3 or 4 times a year. It's about bringing everybody together, having a good time, and enjoying comic books with the people who enjoy it as much as you do.
That's the best part of this whole thing.
Yeah, and I think that's the epitome of the 3 Men in the Basement. It's what we've done since the beginning.
Yes,
it's what we've always been. We've never changed from that. We've never veered from that. We don't do anything that compromises the way we feel about that way to whatever. Like, we don't want to change who we are just to be bigger than we are. Like, there's no reason for us to do that. We're content being who we are, and who we are is a part of the comic community, and we are the people that like to get the comic community together. And everybody counts on us for that. And when you have, like you said, at one point in the morning, we were like, man, it doesn't feel like there's anybody here. And then an hour later, you look up and everybody's laughing and having a great time. And the vendors are like, man, I just made some great deals. And someone's like, I just got this book. I can't believe he gave it to me for this amount. Like, I got friends that showed up that were like, I can't believe I just got this book I've been looking for and the great deal I got. And the vendors are telling us they made money. Like, as long as everybody's happy when they leave, 100%, I will never think twice about doing it again.
Yep,
I
agreed.
think that I got some cool shit. I got some original. Like, apparently, my new thing is original sketches.
Collector now.
you get one, and you have it. You get 2, now you're a collector. So I've got like 3 of them that I picked up just at that show, that I'm going to show off later. And it's just so much fun. Like, I don't even know, like, when we're doing it with like all the hard work, like, we don't think about it as hard work. Like, we're just so excited for the event. Yes, the next day cleaning up kind of sucked, but then we had some awesome people from the community show up and help us clean up, which we'll talk about after. It's just 100% is worth it when you know that everybody was there, had fun.
Yeah. Agreed. So, just don't even highlight.
Has anybody noticed that I'm not wearing a hat? Has anybody noticed?
Just because you have hair, you don't need to show it off.
Like, I got a fresh cut.
You got a haircut today?
I got a fresh cut today, and I'm not wearing it. Or I could put on one of the things I got at the swap.
Oh, look at that nice Reno! Look at that. Now we're all back to normal.
Are you telling me I split a booth with that guy all day long, and he didn't give me a hat?
Can you believe it? It wasn't until the next day when we were cleaning up. He came out with a box of hats. Yeah, gray ones, green ones, blue ones, all sorts of stuff.
Dave, I hope you're watching this on the rewind. I see how this is.
See how it goes, shit. You see how it goes.
It's kind of bullshit that you don't have one.
Yeah.
But you know what? Not for nothing.
There we go. Look at everything's back to normal now.
Everything's
back to normal. Look at this. All right. So, look at this. All right. So, I'm just going to give you. Oh, here we go.
Highlight this guy, man.
You knew it was coming, man.
So I knew it was coming. You're right. I know 12 o'clock train was coming too. So I had to get out of that way.
Yeah, he still missed it.
Yeah, I did. Well, you know what? And just kudos. Like, listen, guys, when I did all these videos and stuff like this, I just wanted you guys to know that I definitely think that this is my passion, right? Like, 3MIB has been my passion since we started with Roger, David McKay, Pat Howe, Bernie 1869, Chinmo, the brother. We wanted to bring people together, right? And why do we want people to bring together? Because we want like-minded people, right? We like to be around people that have fun. Like, I don't want to bring people around and talk about their ex-wives or their mortgages or their debt. Or that's not what 3 Men in a Basement's all about. we've always said that it's about bringing people together and talk about fun things that you enjoy, right? What do I enjoy? Saturday morning cartoons. What do I enjoy? Transformers. What do I enjoy? Hunting for books, hunting for making my collection the way I wanted to do. And this day was a testament to it. Now, this day just didn't, like Saturday morning, you just didn't walk up to that. It took time for Roger and I to plan it. And let me tell you something. We went at each other. This is not like sunshines and rainbows. We're like, whatever. Let's get this truck because I think everything's gonna be there.
We look like we're made to be together, but we don't always.
Yes, I'm like, there's no way we're renting this truck. I don't think there's like, but you're sold on it.
Yeah.
And we put everything in this truck, and everything went away, and it made up for that. So I think when you have people with the same vision, right, and our vision is to bring comic book collectors together, whether you're 20, whether you're 30, whether you're 40, whether you're 60, or whether you're 10.
Or that 5-year-old girl who won that little prize that she was so excited about.
Yes, right, exactly.
There's a handful of kids there. I was pumped about that.
Yes, to bring comic book collectors is our vision of any age, because you know what? Whether you like X-Men, whether I like DC, whether you like Turtles, whether you like, I don't know, Albedo, whether you like independent books, whether you like
Isolation.
Yes, whether you like Isolations, let's just get together. And I think that is what happens. And we wouldn't have, now before we get started with Over and Under, we wouldn't have been able to do this with all of our 10.0 sponsors, our 9.8 sponsors, our friends of the channel, and all the vendors. Now, let me tell you something. Of our 30 vendors, 28 of them showed up again. Erod couldn't make it because he had a scheduling conflict, and our friends at Lone Wolf couldn't make it because they had a scheduling conflict. Everybody, all 30 vendors would have been there if they didn't have a prior commitment. And to me, that's like saying, Otto, you're having a party, I'm coming again. Roger, you're having a party, we're going to be there. That's what's important to me, because those people believed in what we were selling. And what we were selling was a great comic book day. And I looked at one point, we had a little situation, everything said and done. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. I looked at Gary and I said, Gary, tell me you did good. I looked at Gary, I go, and Gary has been a supporter of 3 Men in a Basement from day one. He was one of the first 35 vendors. Yes, he was one of the first 35 people that we did this. And I go, did you make money? He goes, I tripled what I expected. Tripled. And when you hear Gary, who is an amazing vendor, a premier dealer here on the East Coast, and tell you that he tripled what he expected, then you know what? I'm good, homie. I'm happy. Yeah. When we did the raffle table and I saw what people were winning, and more importantly, and before we get started with the Over and Under, when I saw all the people that did videos, whether it was DJ LINX, 360 Comics, Lunch Money Comics, Mike's going to do his video. That's going to come out too. All the interviews, our channels, it makes it all worth it. All right. So when I tell you that I'm tired from this, Roger and I are tired from this, man. We got 2 kids. We got 3 kids. We're working hard, man. We're trying to make this work, and we bring a lot of people together to make this happen. But you know what? From the bottom of my heart, we're going to do this again, and we're going to do this again and again and again. So, you're going to see us at Terrificon. And more importantly, when I did this video, when I did the thumbnail, the future of 3MIB, let me tell you something. The future of 3MIB is strong. It is strong. We are going to be at Terrificon. We are going to do 2 more crawls. We are going to be at the swap. So don't for any reason think that just because we don't have 20,000 subscribers or 25,000 or even 10,000 subscribers that we're going anywhere. We are true to our fans. We are true to the comic book community, and we are true to who we are. So that's all I have to say about this. And when people say, I looked at one person goes, man, he goes, you put so much time. You've only got 250 views. Like I had somebody say this to me and I go, are you kidding me? 250 views? Yeah. Like, are you kidding me? All those 250 views, I know that those 250 people, if I asked them for anything, they would be at my doorstep tomorrow.
Yeah.
So don't tell me that just because we don't get the views is important. I don't care about the views, you guys. And I'm getting a little heated right now because
we care about the content. We care about who we are and what we do for the community. And if that's not enough to get more subscribers, and we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because you know what? We're out there, homie. We're at Terrificon. We're at this. We're at there. You know what I mean? We are out there.
And as long as you guys enjoy what we do and will have us or show up to our swaps, we are going to do it.
Exactly.
We're going to do it.
Exactly. So we've got a great game of over and under scheduled for you right now. Don't go anywhere. Can somebody do a Capture Collectibles or Spineworks video before we get started? I need to take a break. I'm a little bit heated right now. But I'm having a great time.
Fired up.
Refresh your drinks here. You guys got about 30 seconds. Refresh your drinks and then come on back.
All right.
Yeah,
you got Everett's arm in there, like Fire it up.
Fired up. Fired up. All right. So thank you very much, Bossy Chris. We appreciate that. All right. So we're gonna play this game called Over and Under. Mike the Beast, are you familiar with Over and Under?
Mark Spector in the house.
I am. I bet way too much to know what over and unders.
Okay, good. All right, Mr. Lunch Money Comics, you ready to go for Over and Under?
Yeah, tell me the rules. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay, you need a card that says Over and Under.
I got that.
Perfect. You're all set. You're all set.
I'm gonna ask a couple questions, and it's either gonna be the answer is either gonna be over or under, and you just gotta take your best shot.
All right.
We don't have to like reveal them at the same time. We can just throw them up there.
We will. Yeah. I'll do a countdown for each. I'll ask a question.
Okay.
We'll do a countdown, and we'll reveal everybody, and then you four are gonna be playing for 4 people in the chat. So 2 people, right? Otto, 2 people winning prizes. Want to show them what they're
2 people are winning prizes. So prize number 1 is going to be this set of books donated by Power Kid Comics, Den of Geeks. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 10 issues of Den of Geeks. Great reading.
Great magazine.
Great magazine to read. And then
kind of in the similar vein of Wizard.
Yes, absolutely. And then number 2 will win a 3 Men in the Basement Johnny Blaze variant shirt from the swap. And we're gonna mail that out to you. So we're gonna find
error variant.
The error variant, right? Johnny Blaze error variant.
It's a different shade of red.
I'm done proofreading anything.
Yes. Right. So
you guys didn't even hear that. I proofread the t-shirts that I screwed up, and then I proofread my son's banner for graduation, and we spelled the town wrong.
Yes, so we're in a different town. We're not in Newington. We're in
Newington.
All right.
Hey, not everybody. Reading's not for everybody, Raj.
Yeah, thank you.
It's okay.
All right. So to determine who is playing for who, how do we want to do this, Chin?
I got a question.
All right. So I'll be player 1, Roger be player 2, the Beast be 3, and Lunch Money Comics will be 4 as far as the answers.
Yep, that works.
All right, here we go. This is a good one, you guys.
Do you need a start line? Or?
Yeah, throw me a start line, sure.
Throw him a start line.
Yeah. This is going to be a pretty simple question because actually we've already talked about it. The 3 MIB swap is hosted at what venue?
Wait for the start line. Wait.
You think I would have had an on-topic question, but no.
All right, there we go.
So where is the 3
Mike
MIB
P.
swap hosted?
Mike P's in.
All right. Well, we got there's our 4 right there. All right.
Right there. All right.
P, solid
so Comics CT, we're going to stop right there. So Mike P is Otto.
All right, and then Roger is solid teleport.
Thank you very much for joining. Good name in the chat.
Boston Chris is Mike the Beast.
Yep.
Let's go,
And
Boston.
Sweet Gems is Lunch Money.
Lunch money. All right, here we go.
All right, so we got a
Chin, are we doing second
Throw up
round
the
is
banner.
worth more points?
Nope, I just got 10 questions. I'm gonna make it all
Happy here.
keep it even, you know.
All right, hold on. We got to move this around here. Like,
Yeah.
this is it. In my
Solid
past life,
teleport. Solid teleports. Me and you, bro. Me and you.
All
I'm
right.
playing Mike P. Let's go, baby.
I have no idea what I'm doing. 'Cause I've
Also,
never
so
played.
I mean, by all means, guys, you guys in the chat, throw in your guesses, throw in your answers too as we go. Did we already throw the cool little thumbnail you made for this for Otto?
Oh yeah. I forgot about this. So,
Yeah.
you guys, this is pretty fun. Like, this is a lot of fun. This is something that we wanted to do.
Regular
introduce
segment.
something new to the channel. So, you know what? We've got over and under with Chinmo right here. Look at this.
Chinmo.
Ah.
You could have put E's in there.
Fancy.
Oh, Cheen, I get it. But look at this. All right. So let's ask our two special guests, especially Mike the Beast. Mike, how are you feeling about this? I just kicked him out.
Am I here? Oh,
Yes, there you go.
I feel tremendous. I like my chances there to win this.
All right.
Confidence.
Mr. Lunch Money Comics, but you're playing for Sweet Gems. He's a big baller in the community, man.
Yeah. I don't want to let him down. I still know what I'm doing, so I think I'm gonna figure it out as I go. So
You know what? I don't know.
with me.
I don't know what I'm doing either.
All
All
right.
right, let's do this. So we got a theme tonight.
Typical 3MIB. Nobody knows what you're doing. Just have a good
Nobody
time.
knows. Only
That's how
Chinmo
every
knows.
show. That's how every show goes. No, so we got a theme tonight. It is you know, it's about the beginning of the summer, and summer movies are starting to kick off. So this is 3MIB over under summer movies 2023.
Damn, I love it. I love
All
it
right.
with Chinmo. Look at this. Here we go. One more time. Look, I worked hard on this.
Chinmo.
High quality art there.
High quality.
All
All
right.
right.
All right. So I'll give you guys a question. I'll give you the countdown, and then everybody just holds up the answer over or under at the same time. All right. So we're gonna start off with. Let's see, where are we gonna go? I'm gonna go out of order here. I'm gonna be all over the place. All right, we got a bunch of movies coming out this summer. Some have already come out. Some are coming out soon. We're gonna start with the Transformers movie, Rise of the Beast, coming out pretty soon. So, out of the live-action Transformers movies, this will be over or under the 8th Transformer movie. So out of the live action, like Michael Bay Transformers movies, this will be over or under the 8th Transformer movie. And 3, 2, 1. Hold them up. Under, over. It is under. This is going to be the 7th.
Yes.
7th one. Sorry, Raj.
Fuck yourself.
Rod, who are you playing for?
Sorry, solid. I got
It's okay.
you. All right.
It's all right. We got 9 more questions left.
Boston
All right.
Chris was right. He goes under.
Yep.
Great
See
minds
a
think
lot of-
alike.
seeing a couple unders in there. All right. Sticking in that
helpful for
same
you.
I'm really
vein.
excited for this, though. Can we talk about that movie?
We will.
Like-
I got pictures.
Oh, okay. It's all right. I'll shut up.
All right. Next question. One of my most anticipated movies this summer is the new TMNT Mutant Mayhem movie.
I don't believe it.
Can't wait. So, in the same vein as the Transformers movies, over or under, this will be Ninja Turtles' 6th theatrical release. So, over or under 6th theatrical release for Ninja Turtles. All right. Over or under 6th theatrical
Like,
release.
look at Lunch Money
Terrible.
Comics. You're thinking too hard.
3, 2, 1, go. What do you got? Over, under. It is over.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
It is going
I
to
got it
be.
right. Yes.
All right, who got that? We got Otto and Mike. Lunch Money.
There's been
It
that
is-
many movies.
This is going to be its
Games.
7th Also, the 7th movie. You have the 3 from the 90s.
Yeah.
You have the
2.
one that is criminally underrated, the 2007 animated theatrical release. And then you have the 2
That's
Michael Bay.
animated.
It's theatrical release. It was in theaters.
Oh, is that what you meant by that?
Yeah. You had me when you didn't say live action. I knew what it was. So
Yeah.
I did
sneaky.
not. I did not. I was thinking live
Look at
action.
your game show host.
You fooled me.
Oh, there's a couple questions like that. You got to pay attention
that's
to the
less
exact
bullshit.
wording.
Listen, I was
Who's the hot
understanding
chick
that
was
this
it?
wouldn't
Who's
be
the
a
hot
tricky
chick?
fucking. You know,
Who's the hot Machine Gun Kelly's girlfriend? Was she one of them?
Megan Fox was in 2 of them.
Like
Yeah.
we throw math in. It's
Megan
bullshit.
Fox was in 2 of them.
No one told me math
Yeah.
would be involved.
Yeah, I was under the understanding there would be no math involved.
Oh, there's a few math problems in this, so just a heads up.
Sorry, Boston Chris.
So,
Okay.
Chin, what do we got for score right now?
Yeah, solid. You're screwed.
Otto
Sorry.
has 2, Roger has 0, the Beast has
Really?
1, and Lunch Money has 2. So we are
All
tied.
right, there we go.
All right, that's done. And that's done. All right, moving on. This next movie, arguably my most anticipated movie. I can't wait for it. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny comes out at the end of June. This is going to be over or under. I gotta think of how I want to word this. All right, this is going to be over or under 14 years since we've last seen Indiana Jones.
Ooh, that's a good one, Chin. That's
Wow.
a good one.
So over or
Math
under.
again.
This is going to be over or under 14 years since we've seen Indiana Jones on the big screen.
Look at the beast. He's stressing about
Yeah.
this.
So basically, you got to
Mitch Alec
remember
would
when,
be so mad at you if you get this wrong, Mitch. It's
you
like-
got to
He
remember
would.
when Crystal Skull came out. Basically,
Filmed in New Haven.
yeah.
so over or under 14 years since Indy's been on the big screen.
COVID counts for like 6 years, by the way. I have no idea what year it is now.
All right, where are we
right.
going? Let us know.
3, 2, 1. Hold them up. Over, under, over. It is over. It is going to be 15 years, almost to the day. It's like 15 years, 1 month.
You know,
I don't have high hopes for this, and I'm a huge indie fan.
Crystal Skull came out in 2008. I think I think it's just gonna be a fun movie. I can't wait.
Really? Okay, let's know in the chat, man. Are we
I think
gonna go
it's just
see
gonna be
this?
fun. I'm excited for it.
Okay.
All right.
I remember that because it came out the same year as Iron Man, and one
Yep.
was great and one was disappointing.
You know what I'm not excited for? This fucking game.
Raj. All right. We're gonna do a little rewind. This movie has already come out. This is kind of one of the kickoff movies of the summer here. Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Oh yeah.
No spoilers.
Don't know
it's
how
okay.
I feel about it yet. Don't know how I feel about it yet.
I haven't seen
No,
it, so-
no spoilers or anything involved, so it's okay if you haven't even seen the movie. The Guardians movies are known for their soundtracks. Guardians 3 has over or under 16 songs on its official soundtrack.
Jesus. I just bought it too.
Yeah. So the Guardians 3 has over or under 16 songs on its official soundtrack. Over or under 16
Somebody
songs.
Google it. Put it in the fucking chat, would you?
No, don't cheat. Come on, Raj. All right. Over under 16 in 3, 2, 1. Over, under. It is over. It is
Guys, I'm on fire, baby.
I got a point.
17. It is 17 songs.
I'm in the books.
I'm going to say Raj is on the board. Raj is
On the board.
on the board. All right. Yep, 17 on that one. All
Looks
right.
like we got a little super chat going on, fellas.
Yeah.
it's up there.
Yeah, we
Aegis.
do. Oh yeah, what up? Amy and Lou in the house.
Okay.
We got to get him a little
A
super
little
chat
super
action.
chat. Yep, go for it. Maybe.
No, I got it. I got it right here, baby. I got it. Don't worry. That's so
Threes
bad.
make me laugh every time. It's
That's
so
so bad.
goofy.
We're up
So
on the
funny.
stage with the DJ at New Year's with all of young people. Put the threes up.
All right. All right. Next one. This might be my favorite question that I've come up with tonight. Fast and the Furious
Oh.
X or 10 just came out. And as
Family.
we all know,
Overnight.
these movies are all about family. How many times is the word family mentioned in the entire series?
Oh Christ!
Is it
my God?
Is it over or under 80 times?
Wow.
Somebody know that. How did you even come up with that?
How do
pretty good question. How do we know that? What did you watch it and count it?
I did today. I watched all of them today.
Bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
No. So over or under
shenanigans.
How many times is the word family mentioned?
Through
all 10 movies. Over or under 80. In 3, 2, 1. Hold them up. Under, over, under. It is just under. It is 77 times.
No way.
I really hate Schindler.
Don't call it a comeback.
It is 77 times. And fun little fact, Vin Diesel was only responsible for 13 of those.
No way. Really?
Yep.
There's that many.
I was very happy when I was like, what am I going to think about for this movie? Okay. Next one. Which actually, you know what? I think this next movie might be the kind of breakout, like the big hit of the summer no one's going to see coming. The Barbie movie comes out at the end of July.
Really? Oh, stop. I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to see it.
It looks fantastic.
I'm okay.
I mean, Everett has a Barbie playhouse set up in his.
You know what? It's an 80s toy.
He moves Ken around.
It's an 80s toy.
Sometimes it's Ken and Ken. Like
Speaking of that, Otto, Barbie was first released in over or under 1961. So Barbie was first released in over or under 1961. And 3, 2, 1. Hold them up. Over, under, over. It is under.
Damn.
2 mics. Barbie was first put on display in March of 1959.
Oh shit, I knew that. Wow.
You knew the exact date?
I guessed 59 when I was doing my bad math.
March 9th, 1959, which is crazy. All right, next question. Opening the same day as Barbie is Oppenheimer, which I am also very excited to see.
Yeah, 3. Okay.
It is directed by one of my favorite directors, Christopher Nolan. Now, Oppenheimer is going to be over under Nolan's 13th directed film.
Oh, God damn.
Wow. Give me 5 minutes. I can come up with it.
Right. So this is going to be Christopher Nolan's over or under 13th directed film.
Jesus.
I know you got to think about him in your head right now. You're like, all right, I got the Dark Knight trilogy. What else I got?
You're right on it. Sneaky.
Yep. So this is going to be over or under his 13th movie. In 3, 2, 1. Over, under, over. Guess what, Raj? You're the only one to get it, buddy. It's on.
No way.
This is going to be his 12th movie.
Yeah.
12th directed movie.
Until that question, I sucked.
Yeah. All right. We got a few left here. We got a couple more. All right. I'm going to leave that one for last. All right. These next two, we got some comic book movies. Okay. All right. Actually, coming out today, was Into the Spider-Verse. New Into the Spider-Verse movie. Miles' first appearance in comics is Ultimate Fallout number 4. Was that released in over or under 2012?
Oh, Jesus Christmas.
So bringing it back to comic books. So over or under 2012, Ultimate Fallout 4.
Fuck.
Over or under 2012.
Good question. You got a lot of good questions.
What year are we now?
2050.
Year of our Lord.
Nice.
All right. And 3, 2, 1. Under, over, under. It is under. It is.
What?
2011.
Are you?
2011.
Yes,
I don't
he's
know
sure.
about that.
Were you just gonna ask him if he's sure? Like, you don't think he researched these questions?
I'm
know he
literally just
did,
making them
but-
all up on the spot. No.
God damn it.
On the spot.
All right. No. Next question. In the same vein of that, at the end of the summer, we have Blue Beetle coming out, starring Jaime Reyes.
Yes.
Jaime Reyes first appeared in Infinite Crisis #3. Was that over or under 2005?
I know this answer. I got this.
Over or under 2005? First appearance of Jaime Reyes. Over or under 2005?
I got this.
All right. Mike is like doing math in his head right now. I love it.
Smoke.
3,
Yeah.
2,
Said there would be
1.
no math.
Hold them up. Over, under. Sorry, Raj. It is over.
It is over. Yes.
It is 2006. February 2006. All right. We're going into the last question here.
All right. What do we got here for
Right
scores?
now, Otto
Flash.
with 6.
Yes.
Roger with 3.
Oh, I got 3.
The Beast with 4. And Lunch Money with 8.
Oh, really? Look at this guy.
Good.
Screw this guy.
10-point question coming up.
I'm going to make this a 2-point question.
Oh,
It's a
here
little
we
bit-
go, player. Here we
I-
go.
Yeah, I'm
Hold
not
on.
gonna
Who's
lie.
everybody playing for? I'm playing for Mike P.
You got Mike P. Roger's playing for Solid Teleport. The Beast
Sorry.
is playing for
Boston
Boston
Chris.
Chris. And Lunch Money is playing for Sweet Gems.
All right.
All right. I'm not going to lie. This is either going to be a complete guess or who knows, maybe do some quick math. All right. Mission Impossible. New one comes out at the end of July. I
They're
can't
still
wait.
making
really?
those?
They're still making them. This is going to be their 7th movie. The entire Mission Impossible franchise has grossed over or under $1.1 billion. So all 6
Fuck
movies.
do you know that? Like,
I did the math. I added them up. I got the gross.
no,
total
what I'm
of all
saying is,
of
how
them.
the
He
fuck are
did
we
the
supposed
math.
to know this? Like,
This one's, you get a little guess.
I'm just understanding there was
I got this. I got this.
No, you don't.
All
fucking
right.
got this.
All the Mission Impossible movies, total gross over or under $1.1 billion.
If ever gets this, I call shenanigans. You gave him the fucking answers ahead of
I
time.
swear to God. I swear to God. It's
All right.
how I
And
know this.
3, 2, 1. Hold them up. Under, over. It is over.
What?
It is just over.
Shuck it, you're back.
The exact total is $1,155,020,930.
God damn it.
Nice going, Eric.
So, with that,
God damn it.
our winner tonight is Lunch Money Comics,
God, look at this guy.
coming in first time for the win.
I got one wrong. I'm mad. I love Christopher Nolan.
and he was playing for who?
And
Sweet
he was playing
Gems.
for
Sweet
Sweet
Gems.
Gems.
I didn't. I'm happy I didn't let someone down. I just didn't want to disappoint anyone.
Yeah, way to go, Juan. Nice
And in
job.
second, coming in second, was Otto playing for Mike P.
All right, Mike P, you got a nice t-shirt coming for you.
Shenanigans.
Sweet Gems, good. You know, the best part about it is I don't have to ship this stuff, so that's great. Wicked excited.
Yeah, I'd say
Wicked
they're all
excited.
Collusion.
Yes.
Collusion.
Collusion. Oh my God, look at that.
I
Oh,
finished that game like 10 minutes before we went on.
Good
the
job.
hell of a
No
job,
flash.
Shin. Hell of a
No
job.
flash
job,
questions,
I,
Shin.
Flash was going to be my tiebreaker if we went to a tiebreaker.
For fun. Just
Yeah, for fun. What was it?
moral victory.
It was going to be actually I was going to look it up on the spot 'cause I remember, but the Flash is a loosely based off the Flashpoint comics. How many tie-ins were there for the
jeez.
original Flashpoint?
Oh, Christmas. Look at that.
I'm betting the over.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the number you were going to say is, but over.
I completely forget, but I was going to put I was going to do over under 55 tie-ins.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's a
Yeah,
good one. That's a good one.
and the answer is actually 56 because there was just a
Nice.
crazy amount of tie-ins.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Great,
That was-
great, Chin. Thank you very much for running that, man. And congratulations to the
problem.
winners. I think over and under is a great thing that we do here at 3 Men in the Basement. It's just a lot of fun.
It's funny, you know
you
what?
guys-
And the fact that Roger is always cutting people off, upsetting everybody. I'm upset this game upset him.
Yes,
I'm
telling
very
you, man,
unhappy. I'm
telling
happy
you.
about it.
Yes, right, exactly. But I do want to share the screen right now, you guys, because tell you a little bit thing before we get started with what we're going to do for the next part of the show is give you guys a little bit of shout out to our good friends at Aegis Comics of Alaska, because they did a variant with Mike Provo, and they did a good boy variant. And this is the prodigal son, and you got to check this out because this is the hotness right here between Pressable Deffects, 3 Men in the Basement, and Aegis and Mike Provo. This is just a great, great cover. So head over to their website, order a couple copies. I mean, this is just awesome. Mike is just an incredible artist, and we just love the way this is just set up. And you could see all the different Easter eggs possibly in this cover that Mike did. And I just think it's really, really neat. So go over to Aegis Comics of Alaska and check that out because it's awesome. All right. So
I want to see the Easter eggs.
We got to look at the Easter eggs are amazing though. And you can tell by the cover that you got to look it up. So, all right. So we're kicking it live, almost 10:30. Maybe we talk about
let's do some quick pickups and swap pickups.
Yeah. Let's do it. All right. So let me go first because I only picked up 3 things of my recent pickups. And this has been from I'll do this. This has been from 2 things have been from the swap, and then one.
Highlight this guy, man.
He wasn't here, so I had to do it.
No, I take it. So this is a swap pickup. This was one of the benefits of the dealer preview show. Now you guys know my girl is Jean Grey, but I got a little side piece, and her name is called Scarlet Witch. And maybe that's not the piece that I want to be on the side. I mean, you can't really, if Jean Grey's your main squeeze and you're kind of messing around with Scarlet Witch, you're kind of messing around with fire. So, but I did have this variant that I absolutely loved, and you don't come across this variant often, but my man Sean from Comics_CT had this, and I was like, I snatched it right up because I wanted to get a graded copy of this because I'm a huge Scarlet Witch fan. And you know what? For those of you guys, WandaVision, the last 2 episodes, oh my God, I watched it the other night. Again, it's action-packed between her fighting Agatha, White Vision fighting Vision, and everything else that's going on. It's so underrated. So if you're a Wanda fan and a Mutant fan, go back and watch this. I mean,
love that show.
It was amazing, Mike, right?
That's my favorite Disney Plus show.
Oh my God. It was so good to watch. So Mike, Sean from Comics_CT had this. I just love this. This is being set off to graded, awesome. And this they did have a version of this. Yeah, they did have it's kind of like when you're watching the show, you kind of see her breaking apart and all this. And I mean, for House of M, for No More Mutants, it's just amazing. And I actually almost forgot I bought this and just ended up with it. So
right here, you almost left it above the bar, I believe.
I really did until cleanup. So I did pick that up. So love this book. Second copy of it. This is going out to get graded. So I did pick that up at the swap. The next thing I picked up at the swap is, which you guys probably don't know, but I dabble. When I say I dabble, it's like putting like hot sauce on some things. Like, and did I have a chance to buy Tom Brady cards? Yes. Did I buy Tom Brady cards? No. Did I buy some? Oh my God, with my boy from Alabama who plays for the Patriots now.
Return of the Mac
Jones. I love Mac Jones, so I bought a bunch of Mac Jones cards.
25 Mac Jones rookie.
Yes,
cards.
I've got a bunch of Mac Jones cards.
I saw it.
Didn't do so well, but at the 3 Minute Basement comic book swap, we did have a card vendor who's a friend of mine, and back in the day, he goes, "Hey, I've got this really cool Prism card from Joe Burrow," and I think Joe Burrow is pretty nasty, and he's really cool,
nice.
and he's
cool card.
He's really athletic and just a fun guy to watch, especially when you got money on him because he ends up always coming back and covering him. So I bought a Joe Burrow Prism card at the show, which you guys don't know about. So I've got this, and I think that's neat. And the last thing is a pickup that took me a while. And as you guys know, I buy a lot of my 1 in 112 collectible figures from Bat Metal on Instagram. Doug is a great guy. Why don't I buy these? Yeah, the Mezco stuff, right? I love buying them from Doug. he always gives me a great price, whether they're loose or whatever. So I've got like 6 of them. So I do collect Mezco figures, according to me. And I want to show you something really neat. And if I sound a little bit corny when I say this, oh well, such is life. So growing up, I always wanted to be Batman. I always wanted to be Batman. He was my first character that I fell in love with. It was I always wanted to bat.
You were.
I really am, Roger. Goddamn right I am. Goddamn, I am Batman.
As far as I knew, you were.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, illusion shattered.
Yes, exactly. So, so you know what? As you get older, you have certain expectations, and you know you have these things called children, and you emulate what you want them to be. And I always used to tell Everett that, you know what, Everett, you can never be Batman because I'm Batman.
Yeah, you have to be Robin.
Yes. Well, you know what? Robin's pretty cool, but you know who's even cooler? Nightwing. So, and I always used to tell that to Everett, and Everett has become an 18-year-old young man, and he works really hard, and he's pretty athletic, and he's kind of a badass when it comes to certain things. And
he's fighting crime with his dad.
Yes, I say to this stuff. So he doesn't know this, and he probably won't watch it, so it doesn't really matter. So Doug had these 2 figures for sale, and this is kind of like my graduation gift to him. And obviously, but I mean graduation. He'll get more for graduation. I kept one for myself. And of course, I loved Nightwing from the George Perez story of New Teen Titans and everything like that. So Doug was selling these, and you know what? I said, Doug, give me 2 of them. One is going to be Everett's graduation gift, and maybe he'll take it to college. Maybe he'll tell me this is the stupidest thing ever. One is going to be for my personal collection.
Who's selling these?
Doug, that Bat Metal on IG. That's,
I got you. I thought you said you bought these at the swap.
No. So these are from the Hush line, and I ended up buying 2 of the Nightwing figures.
Oh, those are dope.
Nice. So they came in today.
Really cool.
I don't know if you guys can. So
yeah.
One is going to be Everett's graduation gift. One is going to be mine. And really,
spoiler alert.
It's okay. He's not watching.
Yes, exactly. He doesn't watch.
You know he's watching. He's watching right now, and he's going.
Dude, he can give
thanks
2
a lot,
shit. If he gives 2 shits, I'll give it to him right now. But he won't come down. So yeah. So these are really neat. They're really articulate. Come with a few different face molds.
If you can tell your dad tomorrow that you were watching this and this happened, he will give you this and $100.
Yes, and through Sunday morning. Now, don't you dare text him, Roger. So
I'm not gonna,
Now these are called Mass Effects, and I don't usually collect Mass Effects, and I'm not gonna. I like the whatever.
You're
the
like one away from
Mezcos.
collecting.
But yeah, so Doug, I hooked these 2 up, and I think they're really neat. So these are my recent pickups. So that's it. All right. All right. That's all I have to say about that. Who's next?
Raj.
Okay. All right. I got a lot of stuff. First couple ones I'm going to do are going to be AOKs from the swap. It's all stuff from the swap. This was given to me by Big John Daddy Ross, Big Daddy's Comics. Everybody knows I'm a huge Thundercats fan, and I've been trying to get all the some figures and stuff for my case. And he showed up with this still wrapped in the thing. It's issues 1, 2, and 3. Still wrapped in this poly that they came in. I guess this is the equivalent of the Walmart packs.
Yep.
But back in, what year is this? I don't even know.
87-ish.
No, so I don't think it's newsstand. I think that's the barcode on the plastic bag.
Oh, gotcha. Oh yeah,
so
that's huge,
if you like kind of move it, there you see the regular star in there. So I think it's just the first print.
Nice.
Direct edition, but it's issues 1, 2, and 3. And as much as I would love to rip this open and submit number 1, never, because this is why he gave it to me. And I appreciate you, John. 100%.
John's awesome.
Yeah, just unbelievable supporter of the channel and
great dude.
Great dude. This one I believe came from Chino.
I gave you something. Oh yeah, I did give you something.
Yeah. Everybody knows I'm a huge Superman guy, especially episode 2, and this is definitely a magazine I don't have. It's gonna go good next to that. What the hell did I buy from Little Giants? It was
You got the record.
yeah, it was not a record, but it was like it looked like a record, but it plays the movie if you have the right
Laser disc.
laser disc. It was a laser disc of movie number 2. So
yeah, I'm not gonna lie to Roger. I don't even remember where I got that, but I was going through stuff and I was like, Roger would like this.
Yes, I absolutely do like it. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. This by far blew my mind for
he's an art collector now
that I got, and now I'm a collector. But everybody knows I'm a huge fan of the Isolation series. Huge fan of the book. If you ever seen my reviews after I read them, I love the story. I 100% believe in the Isolation story and Doug and everything and the artists are doing. So I had made a comment about a scene of art that one of my favorite characters from the book, and I was like, I hope it's gonna be available. And they showed up and they not only signed and gave me pencils.
That's awesome.
But the blues along with it. With that whole fucking page, and I like literally was almost in tears when he gave me this. I appreciate this more than you can understand, Doug and Delia, and all the people involved with Isolation. This thing is just I cannot wait to get this to. I guess I'll go whatever they call it, Joanne's or whatever. They have it
Michael's.
framed.
Yeah, that's
Michael's and framed. Just these 2 pieces are absolutely phenomenal, and ended up kicking off my whole. Now
now he's an art collector. He's fancy.
Only takes one.
I'm a pencil collector, right? I mean,
now you collect original art, dude. It's all it takes.
So while I was there, Delia, who is just a phenomenal artist, graduated from the Hubert School of Art, and if anybody saw my I don't know if I guess the review, I think it was issue 2, but I was like, I got to the point where I flipped the page, and I was like, what the fuck? And I think Reggie even played that clip, and he told everybody to excuse my language, and I was just like, I cannot believe what I just saw. And it's as bad. I don't know. I mean, I don't think this is a bad thing. I mean, it doesn't make me a bad person, but I wanted that page. And this was the page that made me say, what the fuck? And this is the original print that Delia did for this page. And you can just see the people that just like, they're just like,
that's unbelievable.
Yeah, they just absolutely, the Isolation 2, they said, oh, you're not slaves, you're free to go. And when they decided to leave, they just fucking killed them all. And this page here was my review, and I was like, holy fuck, what the fuck just happened? This was it. And when I it's been a long time since a comic, like a page in a comic book, made me feel that way. The fact that she had the original print from that was I had to pull the trigger. I looked at it for a couple hours, and I'm like, finally I was like, I don't know why I'm even contemplating this, because I'll be mad if somebody else buys it. So, right, if you have one, you just own it. If you have 2, you're a collector.
I feel like you need to go to like a fancy dinner party now. Be like, yes, I'm an art collector.
Yeah. So no, and on top of that, I won this in the raffle. And this was donated by, I believe it was Bob Stevenson, right?
Yes, Bob Stevenson.
Yeah.
This is the House of M. And these are
makes me. I put all my tickets into this.
Yeah, this thing's awesome.
Oh my god, look at that!
Is like, that's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah,
I now have 3 pencil sheets, or blue.
Holy sheets,
they call them. Like, apparently, I'm a sheets collector. A sheets collector.
Holy sheets!
That's beautiful. So yeah, I have to find a place to put all that stuff in frames so that I can display them. So let me see.
Yeah, you need a trip to Michael's, my friend.
So I did buy this from Chew Kingdom. Yeah, for sure, Doug. There's no other way to describe it. That's a great way of describing that page right there.
That's why he's the smartest man in comics.
Smartest man in comics. I will go to my grave saying that. So I bought this book. I don't know what it is. I'm not a speculator. I don't know anything about anything. But this to me is the most powerful Jedi in the history of all the Star Wars hierarchy. And this is I've already have 2 9.8s, but this was a variant of this book that I've never had. Second print, Rise of Kylo Ren #3, the first appearance of Avar Kriss.
Nice book.
If you read the book, she literally moved like a whole planet with other Jedi, connected a whole bunch of other Jedi together to move a giant asteroid from destroying a planet. Like, if they don't make her a major character, they have lost out on an opportunity. For the storyline was already there, right? They've already created this. Yeah, they've already created this character. They've already made her this amazing Jedi. Don't recreate, don't rewrite the Bible. Just put her in something.
As far as spec books go, that's a great spec book.
Yeah. And then I bought this from Chimo. And if anybody saw the picture, like 30 years ago, I bought these Muppets from McDonald's in Canada, and they had Kermit and Animal and Fozzie and Miss Piggy dressed up in hockey uniforms with the NHL logos, and these are literally the cards that go with them. I looked at this, I was like, holy shit, I have those Muppets. My son has them on his wall.
Who did you buy these from?
From Chidmo.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Like, Muppets on ice, dude. Don't mess with Kermit the Frog when he's got blades.
I collect a lot of cool shit, man.
Yeah, this when I saw this, I was like, holy shit, this matches. I don't know. I mean, do I ever open these? You tell me. Maybe we do a video where I open them and see what's in there.
Oh, we're gonna be ripping some packs soon, so I think it's gonna happen.
Ooh.
All right, I'm sorry, guys. I got a few more things here. So I have. This is what I bought from Michael P. Everybody knows why I bought this, right?
Nope, no idea why.
No idea. He had it up there. I'm like, fuck. Like, he set up and like 10 people came to me. Did you see that book? Did you see that book? Did you see that book? Yes, I saw that book. Thank you. I went over there, pulled it off his wall.
Roger collects ASM 300.
I might have a few ASM 300.
I still think the goal should be 300 of them.
I'm pretty close.
It's very linear.
I'm pretty close to having 300 of them. I definitely this is the only cover that I have more of the hip hop variants. All right, and then I got these from the Isolation team. These are 2 variants that are coming out, and they were signed by Doug and Delia and Beth, who was also there. She did the cover art on these. These are dope.
Awesome covers.
Yes. I got a picture of me, and then one of the coolest things I got. So we had artist Everett help me, Matt
Wilson.
Matt Wilson. Yes. Turns out he's done some variant covers for DJ LINX. We invited him. It turns out he lives like 2 towns over from us.
20 minutes.
Yeah, he's like 15 minutes from us, probably 5 minutes from the venue.
I'm very jelly that he had this done. Like, I'm like cheating right now because I'm so mad that he had this done.
So I'm like, so I said to him, I would really like to have, and he was just so excited about the whole event. Like, he was like, this is just amazing, Yeah, I said, I really wanted to have like a remark done or a sketch done by you. He's like, what do you think? I said, well, what's your favorite character to draw? And he's like, well, I'd like to do Spider-Man, but he goes, I'll do anything you want. Because initially I thought I would have him do an Ahsoka. That's been kind of my thing lately. And I was like, you know what? I've been all in for the last 2 years. I'm getting commissions done, and I literally don't have a Spider-Man commission. So I'm like, if that's your favorite person to draw, can you do me a black suit Spider-Man? I'll put it in my display case with my ASM 300. And he's like, absolutely, give me a little bit of time. A couple hours later, he comes over to me. I don't even know. I mean, this fucking thing is so goddamn dope.
That's crazy. That's such a cool sketch.
When he took a black Venom variant that he just did in white ink or colors or whatever. It just, I don't even, I mean, just
I don't even know how he does. Like, I'm not an artist,
yeah.
dude. It's so dope. Like,
crushed
I'm
that.
like, my God.
I also love that he put 3 MIB 23.
He put 3, yeah, he
down
put
it.
3 MIB 2023 next to his signature. Like,
Yeah.
he was just so excited to be there. Like, this is definitely one of the highlights of the weekend for me. You know, and I get the COA on the other side.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, this is so effing dope. I could have had it yellow labeled, but you know me. If I do a
You
commission,
said, he goes,
like,
Roger goes, it'll look just as good as a top loader.
yeah, put it in a top loader and a nice little light in front of it, because if it goes into a yellow label and it doesn't come back a 9.8, I'm gonna crack it. So I might as well just put it in a top loader, just like the other sketches. I haven't had any of the commissions I've had done sent to CGC, so I didn't want to start now. And I'm glad
That's a great idea. That's a great idea too, Raj. Yeah,
Effing dope.
yeah,
This is
good.
effing dope. I haven't done none of my commissions have ever gone to CGC. So, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. You forgot the 3 MIB soap.
Oh, yeah.
Simply Cypress.
Simply Cypress.
We
yeah.
have soap.
And starting at the next venue, we're gonna have a line of soaps. It's
Yes.
gonna be the 3 MIB.
Can you imagine, what do you need
and
more at
it's different
Comic Cons and
scents.
comics? The soaps.
And this is a funny story. So you can't smell this through the package. So they had like a little sample of what it smells like. My daughter and my wife both smelled it, and they looked at each other and said, "This smells like your father." and basically the description is it smells like Giorgio Armani Acqua di Gio mixed with Dove soap. Because apparently that's what I smell like.
There you go.
So,
nice.
And does somebody
best
have the
one.
button?
I got you.
Oh, here he goes.
Highlight this guy, man.
He's so special.
Highlight this guy. So there I am. So
Perfect.
just highlight
Perfect.
that guy.
Cranky Canadian soap.
The fact
Oh,
that
that's
that
next.
was
That's next time. So
the
she
fact
is
that
making
was
a
a
soap.
surprise is even better.
Oh yeah, she's surprised, and then she's gonna do a soap next time that's called the Cranky Canadian, and it's gonna be a Canadian flag. So
That's
shout out
nice.
to Simply Cypress for the support and the cool soaps. I really think that's it's a lot of fun. It helps. It just adds to the fun of the show and everything we do.
Nice. Dig it. So let's see. We're gonna kind of go around about Mike from Lunch Money Comics, man. Did you pick anything big up, man? Did you get some good stuff? Like, what were your hauls like that day?
That day I got some good stuff. Stay tuned for Monday's video. No, I'm kidding. I'll show you guys a couple of books I got. The first one I showed, I did trade for a book. I love.
Highlight this guy, man.
I'm gonna highlight one of the.
Yeah,
people
you gotta wait
here.
for it.
Sorry. I actually did a trade with the guys from Second Alarm Comics.
You
Yeah,
did?
they're awesome.
Okay,
They're
good. They're awesome.
awesome
I
guys.
don't know if
over
I was
there.
one of the 2 aforementioned trades he said he made in the chat, but yeah, so I brought it like a short box. I left really late, so I just like grabbed a box of stuff I know I don't really care about. So there was some good stuff in there. Threw it in my car. You guys know it was pouring rain, and I was like a half mile down the street.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure like there were books I wanted to trade for. And these guys were great because not only were they willing to trade like a 1-to-1, which not all vendors do,
Yeah,
but
they're
they do like
very
smaller
generous.
books for a bigger book. So
Yes.
I puffed it down there. I put the umbrella under my armpit. It was ugly. I was like soaking wet. And they put out some good stuff, and I had some good stuff. And long story short, the longer story's on the video. I traded, I don't know, it was like Hulk #8, First Brother Voodoo, and some toss-ins. And basically, they're all stuff I got for free, like in flea markets.
Yeah.
that.
Ooh, nice.
No way,
Ooh.
dude.
Yeah.
Good
So-
move, bro.
so-
Good move.
I always make fun of. I like older books. I grew up in the early '90s. I tend to think that even though it's very nostalgic for me, it's the worst ever in comics. And I got almost all exclusively early '90s at your comic show. Brickhouse. I mean, like it's the stuff I was buying. I don't know what it was, but this day I needed '90s stuff. So,
Awesome.
so yeah. So Second Alarm Comics. Thank you guys so much for that trade. That was really generous. It's always fun to trade, guys. It's exciting. I did not have this book already as an X-Men completionist. There he is. As an X-Men, fan, I had to have this book at some point. So they were great guys. We had a great conversation too. We had a fun time. So
yeah, they're awesome over
Good,
there.
man.
Yeah, those guys are great.
yeah. So and yeah, I got those other '90s books. I got some stuff from Josh at Buzz Comics, who I see all the time. I got some autographed Swamp Thing books.
Oh yeah, the
by the
Constantine.
Yep. And speaking of Constantine, I'll show you guys another one. I ended up going to the Western Mass Comic Show this past weekend.
How was the show? Good show?
Oh, it was
They're
great.
good guys,
Great.
man. Good
Very
guys,
similar to
good
yours.
people.
Cool setting, great people,
Yeah,
great
good
atmosphere.
people, man.
Yeah, there it is. Nice.
There you go. Chin,
Yeah.
talk about this now. That is what people are going like. That's what people acknowledge, right?
There's a couple Constantine books. That's the one you want, though.
This is the one you want. And I have
Yeah.
a lot of the other like minor keys, you know, things like that. Speaking of which, the other one I think you were going to mention is first.
That's a good one. Yep.
No,
First Justice
one of my
League Dark.
favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
gotta
lots of those.
you gotta get DC Sampler number 3. It's his like
Which one?
first preview. It's like you
Ah,
can find it in
preview.
dollar bins, but no one knows what it is.
Nice.
Mhm.
I almost got a first Zatanna. I didn't. That's another story. But one thing I really want to show you guys that's cool, just because this is different. So someone contacted me on Instagram and they wanted to do a trade. Now, usually I don't do online trades because I don't really trust people, and I get sending things to my house. I just have kids. I don't do stuff like that. But this person said, "I'll give you an offer you can't refuse. I'm from Germany. I will send you books you've never seen before." And he's done
Really?
it internationally. He said, "I'll send them to you first. I'll give you my list of stuff I want. And you could tell me what you want, you know, what you want to send back, you send it back." I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm going to get. He knows I like X-Men. He knows I like Captain Britain, the UK variants. So he gave me a gigantic box. This thing showed up at my door. I don't know how much it cost this guy to ship it. But he started off with some good ones. He started with some from Germany.
No
Yeah.
way.
Some UK publication, Captain Britain's, right, which is what originally started our conversation.
Yeah.
And then he said, "I'll do you one better. I'll get you some cool stuff." So here's some of the stuff that he sent me. He knows I love the X-Men. My favorite comic book of all time is Giant Size X-Men. He gave me a German Giant Size X-Men.
Look at the
Which I
cover.
read-
The cover's different. Yeah.
Yep, it's slightly different. And what I love about this, Nightcrawler is my favorite character. The opening of this book is him being attacked by the mob in Germany. It's in German. Just very, very cool.
No
We're
way.
gonna get better here. We get a German Shazam. It's still Shazam in German. They just say it angrier, I think. You know when he says it.
Oh my God.
Right. So Shazam. Right. I got a whole bunch of these. D Fantastis and Fia.
Oh,
Right.
whoa.
Fantastic
Oh my
Four.
God, dude.
That's pretty cool.
Can I buy? I need that. I claim.
I got a bunch. Well,
I gotta
D Spinner, the first
Oh,
Mary Jane.
Yeah,
First,
MJ.
yeah.
Holy
So he
cow.
gave me. It was like a 20-pound box of this stuff. I couldn't believe it. I had no idea what I was getting, guys. So I had like 12 books I was gonna send him, like fillers, and now I'm like everywhere I go, every time I go to show, I'm like I gotta hook this guy up, you know. So
Yeah.
I've been looking for better and better books to send him because he gave me a pile of this stuff. It's awesome. Just it's rare, guys. You know, as comic collectors, we've seen everything, right? We don't see stuff like that very often, so that's pretty cool. And the last one I'm going to show you guys, because I'm not sure if I'm going to show it on my channel or not, because it was a gift. It was a gift as a thank you. I don't want to get into all the details, but it's kind of a big book.
No
first of all,
way.
So it was,
Awesome book.
yeah. I have some history with this book I won't get into, but yes, this is a thank you for a couple people for, the stuff we've done on YouTube and mentioning them and stuff. So, really great book. I've wanted it for a long time. I had a couple copies back in the fall. Things happened. I traded one away, and this is what we got now. So that was my last book I wanted to show off. So these will be on the
awesome,
channel, I think, at some point in time. But
That's crazy.
That's good.
there you go.
I love those European variants. Like I started collecting the ASM 300 variants. I got the Italian one and the Mexican one. Like they're just so unique, you know. Like got a one
unique,
from
huh?
They're unique, and it's funny. You can get them for like nothing. They're so cheap a lot of times. You know, you just pay
Yeah.
for shipping because they
ASM
like that giant size
300
X-Men. I think
one
it's from like the 90s.
Yeah, the ASM.
Right. I'll show you guys a couple
Awesome.
other ones as well. Just
So let me
because
ask you this:
of the-
is the guy in Germany? That's awesome. Is he expecting does he want like American books from you? Like,
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
They're American books that are hard to get over there that are probably easy over here. And the cool thing is this: I told him, I said, "Hey, man, you gave me too much. Like, I'm gonna have to be like rack my brain to get like some really big books
Yeah,
for
right,
you."
right.
And he said, "Just send whatever you think, you whatever you can find, and anything else. I just want you to like give some books to kids."
No way.
It's like, yeah, he's like, if you have trouble, like if you don't want to ship too much out here, just do me a favor. Whatever you would give me, just give to a kid, like start a collection, like
Get
donate.
outta here.
He's one of
Buddy
those people,
Comics
yeah.
International.
that's
I guess
awesome.
so.
Buddy
Yeah, it was
Comics International.
That's
pretty
really
cool.
cool.
So, and
Yeah,
that's
German pen pal. Love it.
Exactly, yeah. And I've had people reach out to me on my channel. I'm always blown, like Germany, UK, Australia. I get it, the Europeans, but like I've had people from like Malaysia, India, Nigeria. The guy from Nigeria says, "I can't even find comic books over here. I just love watching Americans talk about them." So which made me feel really bad. I was like, I wish I could get you some comic books, man. Yeah. So it's that is the thing that's blowing me away the most. I think about my channel. It's like, oh yeah, it's out there for the whole world to see if anyone wants to
there
find
you go,
it.
man. 120 Comics, man. Follow, subscribe, do what you got to do, man, to get there. Yeah, wow, dude, amazing, man. Good stuff. All right, so we're almost going on like 2 hours. So let's do like a little. Who do we got left? Chen, we got a little.
We got the Beast and me.
Yeah,
let's go with the Beast. I don't want to follow that. No. Let's highlight some people here.
Highlight this guy, man.
I got control, so you're going, buddy.
Awesome. So feel free to play the Oscar too long speech if I go that long. But I want to. Lunch money ended with the gift, so I wanted to start with one. Figured my buddy who's on eBay on Instagram, Captain Eddie's Treasures, one of my good high school friends, recently found out that Superman is my favorite superhero. So he found this coffee mug that has every design of Superman.
That's cool.
That's amazing.
From his inception in the 40s until the 2010s. So
I know where he got it from.
I will, because this is an awesome surprise. So shout out to Captain Eddie's Treasures. So at the swap, Uncle Frank, he had some long boxes, and I dug through them. Picked up some DC, some Superman, some action, and an adventure. Nice. So Uncle Frank had great stuff.
Uncle Frank always coming with that fire.
As always, yeah.
And then the brother, he also had a box with some DC goodness. So picked up a little bit more action.
Nice Whitman. Yeah.
He had an awesome King in Black variant.
Look at that. Where you get that from?
And I'm a big FF fan. Unknown Comics variant. So shout out to Uncle Frank and the brother.
There he is right there.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Uncle Frank. Streetside Anthony. I was going through his stuff, and I found out he's a big horror fan, and I'm a big horror fan. So he pulls out this book, which is the Cliff Notes is there was a comic Freddy versus Jason versus Ash from the Evil Dead, and Uncle Streetside Anthony was like, I might just take it. Don't give it back. So shout out to Anthony. Thank you so much. This is awesome.
Sounds like him.
Yeah, I believe that's an exact quote from him.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. And then really thank you guys for doing the dealer preview show. It was awesome to be able to show some of my books off. And I had people that Big Daddy Ross, Neil, a couple other people like, oh, do you still have this book? So that was awesome. I was able to move stuff through there. But also Bob Stevenson had the Fantastic Four covers. Yeah. And being a big FF fan, I had to pick that up, and he gave me a great deal on it.
Dude, Bob is amazing. Yeah. Bob is of all like between the Tijuana Bibles and everything like that. Bob is more than just a comic book vendor to me. I mean, he's like Moses when it comes to comic books. Like he's like I've got these.
He looks like Moses too.
He does.
So yeah, and I've been buying from him since the first Terrificon I went to in like 2015, 2016. So he goes, thank you for supporting me throughout the years and gave me a great deal on that. On Whatnot, my favorite thing from Whatnot now is, speaking of original art and sketch covers, a lot of people are doing sketches. So Amanda Rachels from Flatline Comics, she did this awesome Creature from the Black Lagoon sketch card.
Nice.
I'm a big Universal horror fan as well, so this came out awesome. And then Deviant Apple, I posted a lot of things, including what I'm about to show. But recently, he did a sketch cover of, speaking of Jason,
it's terrifying.
He did the mask, and like this was completely black with the title. So he did the Jason mask. So this is awesome. So happy.
That's awesome.
And then
you reached out to him and he did that kind of like as a commission, or
so he did it live on stream because he sets.
all right. So he was on Whatnot and he did it, and then you bought on Whatnot.
Yes, exactly.
That is
You hold it up again. That's pretty insane.
Yeah,
Deviant Apple on Instagram, Whatnot. He's amazing, and like he did a reverse flash for me. He did a Mephisto for me.
One eyeball, you can see that.
Yeah, it's
Jesus.
Yeah,
so he's awesome, dude. Super talented, and definitely if you're on Whatnot on Instagram, reach out because he does some really good work. Roger mentioned Matt Wilson. Another, first time I heard about him was through the dealer preview, and so I asked for a commission. The shout out to Copy 801 who was also there. He okayed me this Blank Dawn of DC book that just came out, and it was perfect because I wanted to get something done by Matt. So he did this Mr. Freeze for me.
Oh yeah!
No way, dude.
Which
is very jelly right there, dude. You know how jelly
awesome.
about that.
And
So
just like
Matt did that.
Yeah.
His COA. Yeah.
Certificate, nice.
And then after that, I'm like, oh, I know what raffle I'm going for, and I was lucky enough to win a 9.8. What he donated.
So
try to
shiny.
get this perfectly. Yeah, with the shininess. His book, Hail Crow, King of Hell, #1.
There you go, right there.
Yeah.
Nope. There you go. Perfect.
Amazing.
So shout out to him, and I talked to him. He said he would do because my channel's been dormant, my YouTube channel. So I want to rebirth it a little bit at Terrificon, and he said he'd be more than happy to do an interview with me. So I'll definitely be talking with
Matt
him.
Wilson, bro, from Meredith, right on the block.
He's very humble. He's very just appreciative. Like he was just like, this show's freaking awesome. Please have me back next year. Like he was just
dude. He was in the angry chair. Like, can I get my hair done here?
Yeah. That's just it. He goes, I think I'm going to come here, and I'm thinking his girlfriend or his wife was like, I want to have my hair done here.
Yeah.
Just two more. Thank you guys for having me and letting me show off here. My last purchase from the swap, I was once again set right next to Very Gary, and I want to I'm a big Silver Age collector. Spider-Man's in that realm as well. I forgot if I mentioned him earlier, and his trying to get his Rogue's keys when they're at a right price in the perfect sweet spot grade range.
Yes, I know this book. Very jealous. This was a good book, Mike.
Yeah.
You picked it up right under there.
Great book.
And
Good
the
book.
first appearance of the Shocker.
Great
Very
book,
Love
Romita.
the character. Love Romita's art. I remember him
Solid.
from the 90s cartoon, and Gary gave me a great deal on that. And then lastly, to tie it all back to Three Men, or keep it in the family, the last crawl, we went to Richie's Comic Cabana, and on the wall, he had awesome Action Comics, and bought it that day. Spineworks was there. Mikey Raphael, shout out to Spineworks, gave him the book, and it recently came back, and this is Action Comics 240, a 10-cent early Silver Age book. Predates the first appearance of Brainiac, and it's just
That's
love
Brainiac.
2 issues before Brainiac.
No way, dude. That's Auto Binder then.
Yep,
That's real
and
cool.
Yeah,
it's got
Auto Binder, Kurt Swan, right?
Yep. Auto Binder story, Kurt Swan cover,
Yeah.
and then Howard Sherman did the art inside. But yeah, like in when I posted this on Instagram, both you and Uncle Frank commented about those two guys and how underrated the Auto Binder and Kurt Swan are.
Look at that. That's classic. That's Americana comic books right there, you guys. Like, I don't know if you guys watch this on a rewind, whether you're listening now, but look at this. This is Superman Action Comics, a Sphinx with glowing green eyes, showing out like some kind of kryptonite thing. But this is comic book Americana right there. Wow.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Like, great
That's
book.
awesome.
And it's a shared piece. Once again, for all your press needs, Mikey, Lenny, and the boys do a great job. They were also at the swap, and so happy to get a Silver Age book, creamed off-white pages in a 4.0, a 10 center. It's
Yes.
just
Forget
awesome.
about it. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you this right now. Right now. these early DC books, if you think you're getting off white to white pages, go jump off a fucking bridge, dude. cream pages. I'm sorry, but cream pages are the way to go. If you don't want the cream pages, I'll buy the cream pages.
Take whatever you can get.
These are early 60s, early 50s, late 50s books, man. The humidity hit these books, and it was paper, man, back then.
Yep.
It was real paper. So anyway, that's my, I don't know. Sorry about that.
And that's everything. That was such a fun time at the swap, and just hanging out with everyone. So to get what I picked up, can't be bad.
All right, Mike. Thank you very much. All right, Chin, you got a few.
Highlight this guy, man.
I don't know why you talk. You just gotta wait for it to happen.
I know. I gotta shut up. I know.
Yeah.
This guy's clicking me left and right.
Yeah. No, I got a few pickups. I'll fly right through these. I picked these up today at a store, calmly speaking, up in Reading. They do a couple sales a year where everything's half off or 25% off. Great stuff. So, me and my bounty hunters. So,
Oh, look at you! Look at you! Now you're an inbox collector of bounty hunters or out of box?
Out of box. I'll buy. I mean, anything Star Wars, but especially bounty hunters. I'll pick up whatever.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. So he had that. Couldn't say no. So I picked that up today on my way from work.
That's pretty cool.
I didn't have a whole lot of time to, shop around.
Look at this guy.
Picked up a few. Look who's in the house now. What's going on, Murph?
Mike,
and then
Mike, how the Bruins doing?
Okay, Roger. Uncalled for.
How the Celtics doing?
Okay,
oh, come on.
No, I'm sure we're gonna get attacked here, social media wise.
Uncalled.
Go ahead.
And then for my next rabbit hole to go down, more Star Wars, but you watch out for the channel coming up soon. You're going to be seeing me ripping some Star Wars packs. This was waiting for me at home today.
Ooh.
Bought this online. Star Wars Galaxies. I just recently picked up a full complete set of 1, 2, and 3 Star Wars Galaxies from Sarge's on the last crawl. And I was like, these are fantastic. And I looked up the latest set from 2022. And I dropped a lot of money on a whole box. So,
all right, let's rip them. You're gonna find ripping packs on 3 MIB.
We're gonna do Star Wars and Muppets at the same night.
That's gonna be happening soon. And then to go to the swap, I got a few pickups. I was lucky enough. I did win one of the raffles. I won the 9/8 Nakayama Scarlet Witch from Strange Academy. That was an awesome cover. I don't have it anymore because I traded it. But it was an awesome book. So that was cool winning that raffle. I traded it for cash, so I can't show you what I got. Yeah. But I did make a couple. It was very strange because me and Nemesis Prime, Justin, made like 3 or 4 different deals throughout the day between money and books and everything else. We kept going back and forth. But I did pick up some nice Star Wars from him, which I believe he got this from Roger first. And then I got from him because I had another book he wanted, but I got the action figure variants. So, but he also had, again.
And you made a comment. I didn't know you had that.
I know.
My box was next to you
all day long.
For like 3 shows.
Listen.
That was in there. All you had to do was dig through them.
I don't know if you know this, but at the shows, I'm busy selling everybody's stuff.
Yeah, but there's like 2 hours before people show up.
I'm just saying.
We're setting up.
I'm a busy man. Okay.
Don't look at me and say, I didn't know you had that. What the hell? I'm like,
Christ's sakes.
I did also get this from Nemesis, sticking with my bounty hunters. Awesome variant cover.
Nice.
I love that.
Yeah. Star Wars Insider. Star Wars Insider. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Great variant cover. I believe this was either the FOC or the previews exclusive. They always do like 3 or 4 different covers for the magazine. And then my last 2. Shout out to Gary, very Gary. He hooked me up big time with a very, very minty copy of me putting together my Justice League Dark in a nice. This is a high grade.
Hotness.
Yeah,
is a high grade. And also for those of you that aren't aware, I mean, I get it. House of Secrets '92, great book. First Swamp Thing. This is the first Alec Holland, and I guarantee you,
what people go after, right?
This is the Swamp Thing. I guarantee you'll see in the movies. This is the Alan Moore Swamp Thing that you see in that amazing run. Alec Holland. This is the book you want. I mean, don't get me wrong. You get an opportunity to get a House of Secrets.
Right. Don't get us wrong. No, you get a House of Secrets. They get it, but still.
this is the book. Bernie Wrightson, Lin Wayne. You can't beat it.
Greatness.
I don't have a copy of it. Just give me that one.
It's way high.
Sure.
It's way up on my list of my wish list.
Yep, I've been wanting it for a while, and I didn't have a whole lot of time to shop, so I was like, "Hey, Gary, what do you got on that book?" And he hooked me up. So, and then the last deal that I made was actually after the swap.
After the swap,
a good buddy of mine,
owed a
little bit of money. He mentioned he had a book, and I was like, "Hey, you know what? How about we just clear that debt, and I'll give you a little bit of money."
Debt.
Oh, I missed this. What?
Oh, you were right there.
Do tell.
Yep.
Do tell.
No names, but it rhymes with grotto.
Yeah,
but no, he
was getting pseudo.
He mentioned he had a book, so we cleared the debt, and I gave him a little bit more cash. Sticking with the Justice League Dark, I finally had my first Satana.
Oh,
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, baby.
So, came from a good home, Chin. Came from a good home.
I think we made it. I think we made
the only
joke
way you would have got your money from him.
Yep, I was like, you know what? I wrote that money off so long ago. I'm going to give you a little bit more, and I'm getting this book for a great deal.
Yeah.
So
Good
actually, I think it was that
So
night. Go ahead.
I know it's late. I don't want to open this whole discussion about slab books versus raw. I almost bought for Satana. The reason I didn't jump on it, it's slabbed. I need to see her in the book. She's that's one of those books.
That's
I think I need raw. Do you guys?
First page. Nope. I'm not going to lie to you. This is going to get cracked. So.
Okay, that was my question, because I almost did the same thing. I almost got it as a 3.5, and I would have cracked it. So
yep.
Yes.
I am,
Mike, very funny story. I let it go. I let it go. So I owed money, and we made a great deal. But I let it go because she's just not on the cover, and I'm a cover guy. You know what I mean? So, you know what? It's a cool book. It's going to a good home, paid off a good debt. I'm happy with it. So, Chin, good run, man. Good run for you, dude. You know,
very happy. It was great.
Oh my God!
Swap. I made some money. I traded some books. I got some books. Hanging out with
in
people.
True swap
Loved
fashion.
It. Loved it.
True swap.
And after what? Almost a year, Otto. No more debt.
No more debt. I got no more debt. It's awesome. Yeah. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. Holy shit, you guys! If you're watching this on a rewind, you're like, how can these guys be talking for 2 hours? But when you talk about comics for 2 hours, it seems like it's 20 minutes, man. Because that's what this is all about. No
Joke's
politics.
on you guys. This is just intermission. So
no politics, no religion, nothing like that. So we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna start with Mike the Beast Benson to go all the way backwards, and just you know what? We're gonna wrap it up. So Mike, people want to follow you. Where can they follow you? What's up?
You can follow me on Mike the Beast Benson on Instagram and on YouTube, and Mike the Beast 92 on Twitter. Yeah, it's I know like I said, my YouTube channel has been a little dormant. But like I said, Terrificon's right around the corner. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm fortunate to, have a media pass, and I have some things planned, as I said, gonna definitely hit up Matt Wilson, do an interview with him. So around Terrificon time, you might begin the long-awaited notification. Mike B. Benson just posted a video. So look forward to that. And once again, guys, not only thank you for having me on tonight, but inviting me, letting me set up at the swap. Third time in a row. Such a great time. Thank you for the spot, the location, and I can't wait for the future. 3MIB.
Always, Mike. You're always invited into the grotto, man. The basement is always got a door open and ready for you. My God, Mike. Lunch Money Comics. 2 hours. You've been hanging out with us. You'll probably never hang out with us again, but thank you very much, man, for everything.
No, thank you guys so much for having me. Like on my YouTube channel, Lunch Money Comics, I mostly do flea markets and yard sales, but I love drawing attention to New England, comic dealers, comic shops and shows whenever I can. And like I said earlier, you guys put on one of the best, if not the best. It was a fantastic experience. I will always sing the praises of that show. And honestly, let's step aside for a second. Look at all the comments right here. I've never heard a bad thing about your show. Everyone says the same thing. You don't need me to be a cheerleader for this. Everybody knows, but I will always be there to be your number one cheerleader, guys. So I hope you guys have me back. I had a really fun time hanging out.
Dude, thank you very much. First time in a grotto, man. You're here and you're saying you're coming back, man. I'm so happy, dude.
I dropped the link to his YouTube channel in the chat. So
it's right in there. Guys.
Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So, Chin, I mean, we're gonna let you go right now, but I mean, you ran a great show tonight. You know what I mean? You did a great job with,
awesome time as always. Always had a blast of the swap.
Who won? Let's go over who won. We forgot tonight. So
who won? Oh yeah, tonight. So from over and under, you got Sweet Gems. You got some stuff coming to you, my friend, as well as Brother Blaze, Mike P. You got some books and T-shirts and everything coming you guys' way.
All right, there you go.
I always love putting them together. It's super fun. Always love coming on here. Tomorrow, if you guys are around, I'm going to be up in Hampton Beach. There's a comic and toy show. I'll be up there. I believe Sean from Comic CT will be there. If you're in the area, I know calmly speaking, I think Mike said he might be making his way up there.
Bro, this is what we were talking about.
I will be there 10 o'clock sharp. 10 o'clock sharp. I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah, great
Lunch
store.
Money Comics. Can't wait, dude. Look at this.
All right. I'm in the hot spot of like 10 shops. Come on up. We'll hang out.
All right.
We'll do some books.
Raj, what do you got to say?
Just, you know what? I'm appreciative and humbled by all the people that come out to our swap, people that come out and hang out with us and have just great things to say about the effort that we put into the show that we do. It's a lot of fun, and when we can recap it and we see people in the chat and we see people like you on the show just have a phenomenal time, and we can have private messages from people that say, hey, listen, you know what, I killed it at the swap, please make sure I'm in there next year. It just makes it 1,000% worth all the effort that everyone I put into it. So for everybody that was there, selling, artists, people that showed up, we appreciate you, and we appreciate the support that we get from all of you, and it's the reason we do it. So thanks everybody. This is a great show. Appreciate our guest panel tonight, and God bless.
All right. Love it. Love it. Love it. Absolutely everything. So, you know what? Thumbs this video up. I don't know why you would thumbs it down. We've just talked about comic books. Hit the notification bell so when all these videos come out, whether it's pre-recorded, you get ready. Subscribe. Why not? If you don't want to subscribe, oh well, doesn't matter to me. We're here still talking about comics. Leave a comment below. Did you want to reach out to somebody? Did they have a comic book that you want to talk about? Do that. So, my God. We've talked about everything. We've talked about the 3-minute comic book swap. We've talked about all the things in the future that 3-minute basement has. The 3-minute basement future is strong. We are not going anywhere. We are true to who we are, and nothing is going to
get rid of us.
You can't get rid of us. We are here to stay, man. And I'm telling you, as long as we are above ground, we are here talking about comics. So on behalf of my brother, the sexy Canadian, my man Chinmo, Dave the brother who couldn't be with us because he went to see Into the Spider-Verse. I get it. We're going to talk about that later. Our special co-host, Mike the Beast Benson, who has been a supporter of us from the entire time, and our special guest, Mike from Lunch Money Comics, who just has an amazing channel. Please follow him. On behalf of all these people, we are 3 Men in the Basement. Thank you very much for watching us. Talk to you guys later. We are 3 Men in the Basement, and we are out. Peace.
Good night, Canada.
That was about to happen anyway, so